Adam Carolla returns to New York City. Thursday, October 9th at Rodney Dangerfield's Comedy Club with Kat Timpf and Matt Friend. 2 shows, October 9th. And then don't miss the Ace Man in Pottstown, Pennsylvania on Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at Soul Joel's. Adam returns to Flappers in Burbank on October 29th. Get tickets for these and every show at adamcarolla.com. Shouting truth at power. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get on a church. We get on mandate. You get it on. Jillian Barberie, Heather Locklear in studio. Their podcast, which will launch this Friday. What do you want? And Jillian, I know. Jillian and I kind of go back. Heather, I've not met, and I've followed all and both your careers for an extended period of time. So it's good to catch up. It's good to see you guys in good spirits and in a good place and all that, because there's been some highs and some lows out there. Heather, of course, I basically started watching on...
Don't act younger than me.
Television. I'm not, but no, I mean, there's a problem. I didn't have one whiff of success until I was 31, maybe 32. I mean, it was real pedestrian shit, and other people had success at 19 and a half, and so our age gap is not really a chronological thing. It's more of a fame career thing.
Yeah.
I am, in a weird way, like 13 years younger than you, even though I'm the same age, because I was sitting there, I was babysitting and watching you guest star on Chips, when I was a kid. Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, because people remember, TJ Hooker's kind of where it kicked off, but like you were doing Love Boat and Chips and stuff like that, right?
Well, Chips first, and then once I got with Aaron Spelling, then you have to do Fantasy Island, Love Boat, all of those shows. You have to guest star on
right.
them.
Right. Yeah. And how old were you when you did Chips?
18, I think.
So, and you grew up in the Valley, or the Deep Valley, right?
Yeah, Canoga Park.
Oh, Canoga.
Yeah.
So, there wasn't much going on out there back in the day. I mean, it was rural, right?
It was still the Valley. There was still Lanark Park.
Right. But, I used to work in Chatsworth in the mid or later 80s. And you drive there and you see a lot of open land and stuff. Like it was a little bit Western in its own way.
Well, when I was 11, we moved to Westlake Village.
Mm-hmm. And that was more suburban?
Yes.
Okay, picked up. So you were just one of these people. It's some women sort of grow into their looks. Others, it's pretty easy. You look like you should
lose
be
it
on.
Later.
Well, you should be. When people see you at 15, they go, "She should be on TV." Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If I may jump in.
Jump in, Jillian.
You know how people have ugly stages in their life? So we're, whatever.
Trust me.
Awkward stages. I saw a picture of her at 10 and I said, are you fucking kidding me? Like, have you ever been ugly? No,
yes.
she's... No,
shut
up.
Teeth?
No, she is not.
No. It's the way everybody feels awkward.
At a certain...
You know what I had?
She didn't look it.
I had a sad or bizarre realization the other day, but I realized... Every human, no matter how rich or how beautiful or how gifted and artistic, takes a shit once a day.
Or 10 times.
Or 10
20.
times.
Yeah,
and
20.
that shit
metabolism
reminds you're human.
Yes,
you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yes.
And so I may turn on the TV and see, you on Chips or something, or maybe I see Giselle Bundchen or something.
Yeah.
And I see her, but what she sees is a toilet bowl full of shit.
I don't look.
And she knows, but she knows it's grounding. It's humbling.
It is humbling.
And so we have some weird guys, when we were young, fantasized that hot chicks don't even shit at all.
Oh, sometimes Heather and I would just shit in our backyard just to remind ourselves who we are.
Keep it real.
And where we've been.
So you have some... Everyone goes, oh, I had awkward years, and none of the boys, every model I've ever spoken to said I was home prom night. Elle Macpherson guys were too scared to talk to me because I was too tall, or whatever they say.
I was too beautiful.
But not us. We know.
Yeah.
Jillian and I know the truth.
Yeah.
But the
So
point is you start early. And you're modeling and acting and doing the stuff. I mean, Southern Cal,
Yeah.
blonde,
Yeah.
attractive by those standards.
Yes.
And back then,
It was Farrah Fawcett, and then they wanted the next Farrah. Like,
Right.
honestly, and then you kind of popped up. No?
Actually, my dad worked at UCLA, and they were doing the UCLA bearwear catalog. And
the bearwear. Yeah, the
Bearwear.
Bruins.
The Bruins.
Yeah.
Right.
And so me and this other guy, he goes, "Oh, my daughter's a model." I'm like 5'5", and and this other guy with blonde hair, we both were on the cover. And so I think some alumni from ABC saw that, and they brought me in to do a screen test. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
And it was also a time when they'd go, let's just cast this really good-looking person. She's a cop, like a motorcycle cop or something
Well,
like
I
that.
did Dynasty first.
Oh, you did
yeah.
Dynasty
Yeah.
was
Sammy
before
Joe.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, you were
And then
so
they
sexy.
fired me because they had fired the first Steven. And for whatever reason, and so then there's no storyline for me. And so then I auditioned with only 450 people. Now there's a million for each. You
Yeah.
know. And I got that role in TJ Hooker. And then they got a new Steven and then brought me back. So that's how I got on both shows at the same time.
Amazing.
And I wasn't, the number one.
No, but how did you manage two shows?
I was not the number one on the cast.
Okay.
I was the number
But you
12
stood out, like
or
especially
4.
on Dynasty. Sammy Joe was this feisty little
Yeah, I was
biatch, and she was fun. And so I think when your character was gone, everyone's like, "Ooh, where's the hot girl that's sassy?"
There was the Steven and the Steven.
Okay.
So let's bring back the story.
So these are different days here in
Yes,
Hollywood.
definitely.
And by the way, Shatner's still going strong.
I saw
just
him
saw him.
twice so far, and I'm like, well, of course I can go up to him because I first go, should I go say hi? And I'm like, of course I should.
She did a show with him. Of course you should.
I
You
know.
saw him like 5
and I
weeks
went up
ago.
to him and he goes, "Oh, you are so lovely as usual." And I go, "You're so sexy as usual." He's 94. He's
What?
got it together. 94.
Sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a tack. And he goes, "So tell me, like, your marriages and what happened and blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Have you ever had a song written about you?" And because he has,
Doesn't he sing?
he does sing.
But he
And Brad
talks.
Paisley's producing this thing, and he wrote a song for his wife. And it's not out yet. And so he goes, "Have you ever had a song written about you?" I go, I actually have had two. One, Nikki Sixx wrote Without You about Tommy, and I never knew that was about us.
Wow.
And then one, Richie wrote about me, and we were on our 10th anniversary.
Richie Simbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were on our and Tommy Lee. And we were on our 10th anniversary, and he played it for me, and it was called, what was it called? The Downside of Love. When love
Downside of
turns
Love.
to hate, you just can't relate.
Wow.
These are the lyrics. She's not even kidding.
Yeah, when love turns to hate, you just can't relate on the day.
Happy 10th.
And I'm like, what the? And so I'm telling this to William Shatner, and he goes, I go, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he goes, "You said 2 fucks?" And I go, "I think I said more." And he threw these rings that I got him out into the ocean, and it's like, it was a big mess. It was a disaster.
He did? Yes. So they're gone. They're in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah, I
In
think
a
that-
great
So this is
lifestyle.
10th anniversary celebration. Why would he bring up the song?
Well, because he thought it was good.
Wow.
I got the hint. We got divorced a year later.
I got the hint.
Or we filed, or I
Yeah,
filed.
there
a
was
year
no
later.
11th anniversary with a.
No, there was.
There was.
I went to see him, and he didn't know why I showed up.
Did he write another song?
I just said to consummate our 11th anniversary.
When love turns to hate. Happy 10th. Happy 10th.
It's the best story.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Jillian,
Yes.
now NFL Sunday, Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's where America discovered you
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
But Good Day LA,
Yes.
a perfect time, like
Yeah.
sexy and fun and loud. And,
We'd be
like,
canceled
different.
today.
Yeah,
For sure,
Right?
yeah.
We'd be so canceled today.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. And it was a time.
It was a time.
And I don't even know how that came about because Good Day LA started before NFL. That's 5
Oh
years
yeah,
before, right?
Yeah, it's a funny story because the head of the NFL on Fox at the time, David called me at Good Day LA, and I never called back.
Oh.
I just didn't know who he was. And then the second time he called, he's from Australia. He's like, "Hello, either you're extremely daft or you're playing with me. Either way, you'll come see me." So I went to see him, and they said, "We want you on the NFL on Fox Sunday." I go, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going to have to ask Good Day LA." And he's like, No, we don't ask we're telling them we're taking you. And I was like, I was afraid of my bosses. I was always like doing shit on the air and then coming off the air going, oh my God, I'm in trouble. And David Hill called up the general manager, and I think it was a woman at the time, and she was a real bitch. And he said, we're taking her on Sunday for the NFL. And she goes, no, you're not. And he goes, oh, this isn't a question. I'm telling you, we're taking her. And to have that kind of power, because he was Rudolph. He was Murdoch's guy in Australia.
Right.
So he had so much pull that they could say nothing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. This is how it feels. And we were treated, I have to say, so well. He loved, the green room was this, we called it the avocado room. And you'd see like Nikki Sixx on a Sunday. You'd see Arnold Schwarzenegger coming in, and everybody be smoking cigars and drinking at 9 a.m. And the atmosphere was just incredible because David Hill would talk to every cameraman. If you cleaned out the garbage, David Hill knew your name. Like he was just that guy. And he would say, let's rock and roll. And, you know, it was such an experience for me.
Was Jimmy Brusca there during that period?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? Not during my time was with Jimmy Kimmel, of course, and then it was Frank something. But I don't know if
Brusca, who ended up being my producer on a radio show, that's why I know him.
Yeah.
But Jimmy was there from 96 to something or 7. I'm trying to think of when
that
he
was
stopped.
before me.
So Jimmy must have stopped doing segments right before you
He
got
must have,
there.
yes, he must have. But I did work with Jimmy Kimmel, and then I worked with Frank Caliendo.
Oh, Frank
Did all the impersonations.
Frank kind of took over for Jimmy
He did.
in the comedy department.
Yeah,
And-
but Jimmy was loved on that show.
Yeah,
And-
but he would tell me that like Howie Long would get pissed off and stuff.
But that's the fucking beauty of it. Like even when
know.
Frank did it, he would do these impersonations, and sometimes they would come back and they'd always go to the weather afterwards, and I loved it. And yes, they would get pissed, and I was like,
Well,
I don't care. Like I loved it when he took shots at me.
I would look at it through the lens of a Howie Mandel or even a Terry Bradshaw. So here's
Howie Long.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
Because
Yeah,
Howie
sorry.
Mandel will take a joke.
Sorry, yeah, he can take a joke. Howie Long. You know, the guys you have to be careful with in life, and I've run into a few of these guys, is the guys who get from like 0 to 50 without anyone going, shut the fuck up and sit down. No one's talking to you. Like, whether they're executive or jock, those guys, when they hear that or someone fucks with them, they're like, they don't even know what to do with it, you know? Howie Long, I mean, that guy's 6'5",
Yeah.
chiseled,
Unbelievable.
star of every team he's
Yeah.
ever been on.
Yep.
Nobody has fucked with that guy since he was
Ever.
14.
Probably.
Literally, since
Yeah.
he grew his first pube, everyone's like, yes, sir, no, sir, right this way, sir. And so now he's 44, and somebody rolls in and is fucking with him.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck? And you're like, it's a comedy bit.
it
And
was
they're like, they don't know what to do with it.
It was the best because they would come back to the guys and they'd be like, ha ha ha, you know, laughter, fake laughter.
Right.
And you could feel it. And, you know, the one thing that has completely changed since I've been on TV is I would go in, wear whatever Dolce & Gabbana, and I would walk up to Terry and be like, woo, and I would do a fashion show. And if I didn't get an exciting, I'd be like, what the fuck? So I did this skating show and I lost a lot of weight. So I lost my boobs and my butt. And I came in one day and Terry's like, where'd you go? And I was like, I know, I need to come back, right? Because I had no boobs. And then, but these days, it'd be sexual fucking harassment or something. It was such
Yeah.
a fun atmosphere.
You know, it's a weird thing. Everybody sort of wants to get back to it, but we won't. But everyone goes, people spoke their mind and they busted chops and they had a cocktail and
awesome.
everyone had a good time.
Good time.
And the women were fine with it, you
Awesome.
know, and
Yes.
it was good.
You did the Man Show, which was hugely popular, and it kind of, you know, everyone wanted to be like the Man Show. It was him and Jimmy Kimmel. It was super popular, it was just excellent. And one of Howard Stern's producers, Mark Cronin, came and he's like, I want to do a thing called the X Show. It was fun for me to do it. I only did like news segments that were really snarky, but it just didn't have that edge that you guys had. You and Jimmy and Dr. Drew were always, I say, a step ahead of culturally what was happening I believe that you, and I'm going to put Howard Stern up there, of course, set that precedence for edge. And I just remember thinking, fuck it, I'm going to have fun on TV too. I want to bring radio to TV because radio seemed looser and funner. I'd listen to Howard Stern, I'd listen to you, I'd listen to Jimmy on the show, and I'd say, why are they having so much fun and ours so boring? And I just thought, fuck it, I want to bring a radio show like a Howard Stern show to the morning news. And that's all it was.
It worked, and it was a time. And, look, we can lament that it doesn't exist today, but I guess we should all be happy that we got to be a part of it in the first place because I got kids and they're not going to live in that world.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, my kids, some of the things I say, they're like, Mom. I go, what? I don't know. I'm Gen X. I just say shit and I get in trouble now from my kids. It's crazy. I'm like, what?
So
you can't say that.
I mean, it's so... I was kind of thinking about this when I was driving here today because being a beautiful young woman is a form of celebrity in our culture as much as we try to pretend it's not or tamp it down or whatever. But I'll give you this example. I have been at dinner with famous dudes, Jimmy and others like him, and they're in our agents and whatever, and there's a table of 6, 7, heavy hitter guys. All of a sudden, the waitress comes by, and it's a hot 23-year-old. And all of a sudden, everyone turns to her. It's like, oh, how are you doing? Are you okay? Do you need anything, sweetheart?
Can we get you anything?
And I go,
don't say sweetheart.
She's a bigger celebrity at 23, going to the Conejo Junior College and making $19 an hour here at the restaurant. She's a bigger celebrity than anyone at this table.
Right.
And so that's the power of young, beautiful women.
Nowadays, you've got OnlyFans, so you've got girls that are 21 buying $3 million condos in Miami with cash, driving Ferraris. It's unbelievable.
Where do you think you would have ended up with any of that?
Never. I said no to Playboy 4 times. It's just not my thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
4 times?
Not my thing. Jeez. That's when I had my own, these are still mine. They took fat from my stomach, but before I had cancer. I do wish I would have done it now in retrospect because, I chopped my tits off. I had cancer, which sucks, and they were lovely. I don't know if you ever saw them.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't see them personally.
Hers
I
are
didn't
lovely.
see them personally.
Yeah.
But I can
Well,
see them.
I
don't even have nipples anymore, so sometimes when I see yours, I get nipple envy. I get nip envy.
I was thinking, all right, so in another...
Let's talk about
we
them.
got all this to go. I was thinking about that. You see old porn, and then there's like, oh, these women did not, in 1979, didn't sign up to be on the internet. There is no internet.
Exactly.
They thought they're going to be at the Pussycat movie theater.
Yes.
And there wasn't one in their town of Brattleboro, Vermont. There's no chance their dad or anyone they knew would anyone see it.
Yeah.
And now it's on everyone's phone.
Right.
So on one hand, I think, okay, they didn't sign up for this. It isn't fair, blah, blah, blah. But then I started getting philosophical, and it's like, you... at the height of your physical powers, like looking as good as you've ever looked at age 21 and a half.
No, mine was in my 30s, like 37 to 46.
Whatever age the porn age is.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
You looking as good as you possibly could look naked.
Yeah.
I don't know, in perpetuity on a phone.
Would
is
never.
that a bad thing?
Yes, I think, Heather and I have talked about
I wouldn't be
this.
happy with that.
Here's what I think. In those days, and I know this from knowing people like Jenna Jameson and just different porn stars from the Howard Stern show, ironically, really lovely women, but they were owned by men, whether it was Vivid Entertainment or the other one that was huge at the time. And Jenna, I believe, was one of the first to say, fuck this, I'm going to have my own company. But now, the one good thing about OnlyFans is that nobody's doing it but them, okay?
No, but
now,
they have pimps. Remember, we heard about that?
who the fuck is a pimp? It's on their phone.
It's a man who owns it and takes the pictures.
Oh, no, they take their own pictures and do their own bullshit.
Didn't we talk about this?
We
on
did,
our
but
show?
I don't know who would control these girls. I mean, they're making fucking millions.
Well, I will say this.
I don't think
although
it's
I can't explain it, but I will agree with Heather in that if there's a lot of commerce, a lot of money going around, and just one woman and a lot of money, at some point, some guy shows up and wets his beak.
Yeah.
And that's not a sexual thing. It's a financial thing.
What's his pecker?
He's
And
like,
I mean,
I
his
can
beak.
make you more. And me even more.
Yeah, wetting your pecker is sexual, but wetting your beak
You know
is
what I
not.
mean. It's wetting your beaks are not even sexy.
So,
Unless they're ground. And
sorry. So having being a beautiful young woman is a celebrity.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Lauren Sanchez told me it's a power, and
Yes, it's a
I
power.
never got
Clearly.
that. I never understood. I always thought
No,
I
I
was
didn't
funny, and
Me too.
when Playboy offered me, I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't even get it. And then the second year, so it was 36, 37, 38, and 39, and the number kept going down. But I'm like, why would they? I honestly had no.
37. Wait, sorry, your age.
Yeah, 36, 37, 38, 39.
Those are the ages
They
your age.
wanted me.
Well,
just
also,
because
you're Canadian, right?
Yep.
Yeah, see, it's different over there. Beautiful women don't really care.
They're a
as
dime
much.
a dozen. But no, it's a different world.
No, it's not their dime a dozen. I'm saying once in a while you'll meet some woman. She's really beautiful, but she doesn't care, and it's more about her character and got a body, sense of humor, whatever. And I'll go, where are you from? They go, Canada. I'll go, that's right. Because if you're from Florida, you would be something different than this.
Yeah.
We would know who you were.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
could smell your perfume before you got into the building.
100%. But I am Canadian, but both of my parents, birth parents, because I'm adopted, were born and raised in Europe. And so I guess I'm first generation Canadian, but I'm actually Lithuanian, and my last name, you don't even want to know it. And then I'm also Irish.
So, no, it doesn't really matter what your heritage is.
Okay.
It's like you grow up in an environment that doesn't, like Southern California, Florida, we put like a real emphasis on
there was
on
no
the looks.
emphasis on beauty
That's what
anything. Nobody had implants up there. Nobody gave a shit.
That's what I'm
I didn't
saying.
wear makeup till I was maybe 20. I just didn't. Nobody cared. And
But what was the plan?
I
Was
didn't
it-
have one. I wanted to do. I got a journalism degree, and then I said, "Fuck it." Up here, we used to have a college news station, and I said, I'll do it, but I never want to do the weather. Like, I fucking hate weather. It's boring. So I would pay people, like college students, like if in my class, to not do the weather, to do entertainment or do the news. So 2 months out of college, I applied. It was the Weather Network in Canada. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, okay. So I applied, and it was like 600 people, which was insane. And none of us were meteorologists. They had to call us on camera, OCMs, because we weren't really meteorologists. And so what I would do is I would go on TV and talk about Stallone coming up to Canada shooting a movie, and it's going to be snowy, and I would get in so much shit. And I also looked at Entertainment Tonight and dressed like Lisa Gibbons, so I'd have big fucking hair and makeup, the whole shebang, And they were like, think of the potato farmers in Prince Edward Island. I go, I am. This is why I'm doing it. But and then I sent a tape to Miami and LA, and Chicago, and I got an offer in Chicago and Miami, and I went to Miami because I grew up in that weather in Chicago. So I just, even though it was a bigger market than Miami, I didn't care. I just wanted to be in the sun, and I wanted to rollerblade, and it was just fucking
Wait, so
awesome.
you ended up in which market?
Miami.
Which is number 13, but I did get offered Chicago, which is number 3.
Oh, okay, Chicago's bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Heather, you, first off, the marrying the rock star thing, is that a thing anymore? It was a real, 80s thing. Like, it was
Yeah.
just kind of assumed, well, she's in his video, so they got to
I
get
was never
married.
in any
Not
videos.
you, I just
Okay.
mean, but they'd have the beautiful blonde, and they'd go, now he's dating her.
Look,
But
I asked both of them to marry me.
both of them,
Yeah, idiot.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Richie and Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Tommy's first off, he's 61 and he has the mentality of a 9-year-old now.
He is
I-
actually almost 63.
It's so funny you say that because
And
she
he's
always
like
says that.
he's like a
Big
9-year-old.
kid. He's
I
like
know.
a big kid.
And I like that about him. He's just like,
Yeah, but not to be married
No,
to.
no, it would get old real fucking
It
fast.
got real old. I was always exhausted.
Tell them the story about like hammering on tables and then
I
on me.
Yeah.
found him to be sincere
Very.
and naive,
Totally.
and a mouth of babes kind of
Yes.
guy,
Yes.
and
Definitely.
had a kind of a weird innocence to him.
Definitely. So bizarre.
Remember that video? He got his thumb operated on, and the doctor's like, "Show the thumb," and he's like, "Oh, okay." Remember we were dying.
yeah.
But tell Adam about the first time your family met Tommy. I don't know why I love this story.
There was
lived for
only
this.
a master bedroom upstairs, and we were upstairs, and he has tons of jingle jangles here.
the jewelry.
But all these bangles. And he wouldn't take them, or maybe he would, I don't even remember. But so there's one bedroom upstairs. My dad comes over, and my sister, Colleen, was living in, we had 4 people in the house, living in the house. I'm in the master bedroom. And my dad
Dad's a
comes
former
over.
Marine, by the way.
No, you don't call him former. Once Marine, always Marine.
Sorry.
That's right.
He was a colonel in the Marines. So, he comes and,
What year is this approximately?
when did I marry him? 86. So it's probably 1985. And so my dad comes in, and, my older sister, Wild Woman, and my sister right above me, Colleen, they're all into the musicians and stuff, and not me.
You were a good girl.
Very much so.
Yeah, she was. Her parents told me you were a good girl.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So
then she turned bad.
So I come downstairs and hi, Dad. And then Tom goes boinka boinka boinka, 6'3",
Right.
skinnier than me. Boinka boinka, jingle jangle, jingle jangle.
Right.
And my dad looks and turns around. He goes, "Who does that belong to?"
Wow.
All his daughters are there.
No, only Colleen.
Oh my God, I
and
love
me.
Colleen.
And I go, me. He's like, hey. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
My dad, who's like the dean of students, or
Yeah.
at
UCLA.
UCLA, all of kinds of things there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sort of naivete.
I was going out with Mark
Tommy
Harmon right
has.
before that.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
oh,
so-
quarterback,
Yeah.
UCLA.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Very different.
That's the boy you want your daughter to marry.
yes.
Mark Harmon.
Forgot about that.
Especially if you're at the school he's the quarterback
Yes.
for.
So
You,
Very much
you
so.
dropped that for Tommy. You dropped him for
I
Tommy.
did.
Wow.
I did. It was-
Man, I feel like you should have got the Benz with that. That is a big decompression
I know.
from one to the other. 'cause
my
Mark-
brain wasn't formed.
I mean, and also 22-year-old Mark Harmon is like boy next door.
He was 33.
Handsome.
Oh, sorry.
So-
33, Mark Harmon.
Whoa.
I was probably 22.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, an 85. I'm putting him back in UCLA
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
football game with your
Gorgeous.
dad.
Gorgeous.
Your dad at the school, and he's
Yeah.
the star of the football team, and that's who
Yes.
that is the guy you picture your daughter marrying.
Exactly. And
then
then when
you
we
get
got
Tommy.
together, and then what happened to Mark?
Right.
I'm turning
Well,
my
what
head.
happened to Mark? I feel like that's a guy.
Oh, he's
you'd-
great.
You'd still be married to Mark.
Probably.
That's
He's a great
interesting.
guy.
But
was
was it your decision? Was it his decision?
My decision.
And did you need some trouble in your life?
Probably trouble.
So he's in his early 30s.
Yeah.
He's doing acting
Yeah, a
and
lot.
summer school or whatever,
Yeah, all that
movies,
stuff,
and
yeah. He
been
was
on
big in the
I don't
80s.
know, NCIS for 175
No, he wasn't on that
years.
yet.
No, I'm saying
But
now.
now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean the series that
Jeez.
never ends.
It never goes
Still
away.
going.
Yeah.
Never goes away.
Yeah.
Seems very grounded and very kind of, all American
Well,
regular
here's the
guy.
weird thing. I was going out with Scott Baio before Mark, and we had tickets to REO Speedwagon, and so I don't know if I told Mark that or not, but I was going with my roommate Sue and Scott, I think, and we had these tickets, and I said I'm going with Sue. I don't think I told him I was going with Scott.
That was
Baio.
your ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all showed up there, fine. And then I went backstage, and Tommy comes up and licks my face.
He licked my face.
I
Last time I saw him, he licked me.
know.
Are you
Doesn't-
serious?
Yes, I was going to say something.
thought I was the
I was at
only
a
one.
club, yeah.
I know, it's very odd. So he did that, and he says, "So nice to touch you." And I'm like, okay. And, so he somehow gets my phone number from his dentist knows my blah, 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 and he gets my phone number, and I go, okay, he can call. And Mark is in the bathroom. That's kind of an open air.
Backstage.
No, this is now in my bedroom.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
okay,
on.
so
we
no,
were
okay, so
REO
he-
Speedwagon.
okay, so
And
we're
Scott
at
Baio
REO
was in this conversation.
Oh, well,
No, he was.
Not anymore.
He was backstage. He was somewhere in the.
He
I
got
think
Daz's boot after she
maybe
met
he left. I'm not
Tommy.
sure. So I get licked by him. I'm like, interesting. Okay. So leave, go back, Mark Harmon, and it's all like forgotten. And a week or two goes by, and somehow someone goes, "Oh, he wants your number," and I go, "Give it to him." And so Mark's in my bathroom and showering and stuff, and then he goes, "Hey, Heather, my dentist gave me your number, and I am going to the record." We had like recording things. that
So
were, like,
he called you
Yes,
while
and I'm
Mark's
like,
in the shower.
and I am jumping on this thing, going, "Stop, stop, 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 stop!"
Oh, it was like the answering machine, the loud.
Yes,
Oh
those
my God,
ones.
remember those
Oh,
days?
the
Oh
worst.
shit.
The worst. And I'm
Oh,
like,
you want to talk about leaving a paper trail? That is leaving a trail, an
yes.
audio trail. I mean, you know how many people must have got busted because I just had this story. The first time I ever did stand-up, I heard a recording of somebody picked up the phone to go, how was he? And she was like, oh, don't get me started. And I was like, I had to hear the whole, it records the whole conversation.
Oh, it's terrible.
So hold on. Scott Baio, then Mark Harmon.
Yes.
But listen.
Oh, Tom Cruise is in there too.
Oh, we got a Cruise in there. If you get, I'm writing it down. Okay, if you...
I didn't...
All right, but when you're with Mark Harmon
Yeah.
and things are going great, you're madly in love, and
No.
Tommy Lee comes a calling or comes a licking, you go, don't give my number, right?
I
but
didn't
you
give him my
said
number.
you did it was a tacit agreement. He could call you, so you were kind of on the way out with Mark.
Probably, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So then...
but he wasn't on the way out with you.
No.
And do you think he wanted to get married and stuff?
No. It was only 9 months we dated.
Okay, but he was not done.
Well, I don't know.
But you met
doubt it.
Tommy.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
And
Now, is there a cheating situation
nope,
here?
not a cheater.
No, she's not.
So I broke up with Mark.
Because of Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Or because, it's
You
just
were
not
done.
my,
Yeah.
So
Too normal.
Yeah, too normal. Way too normal.
What is the abnormal thing that a lot of women have, and men will have it too
Yeah.
as well. And I didn't have that phase. I just like normal.
Yeah.
I didn't want all the
I want
action.
normal now.
Yeah, I know. Everyone
yeah.
wants normal now.
Now.
But you don't get normal now. But back then, you don't want normal.
Well, I don't think I was normal in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, not developed. And I think, my brain is a lot different than how I look. So, and here's the thing. So
What does that mean?
It just doesn't match how I look.
That's for
okay.
sure.
I mean,
I'm
you
a little
look
nastier than I
She's,
look.
oh my God.
You look very well put together, and like everybody,
Yeah.
everyone wishes that was their daughter,
Yes.
because
Yeah,
she's
so-
a good little girl, and
Yes.
she would never, whatever. And in your brain is more, there's a storm brewing in your brain.
It's just, I'm fun.
She's a lot of fun. We're fun. We have so much fun together.
So they used to be Open Phone. And I'll tell you what their new name is now. It's Quo, one of the tools I've personally seen make a huge difference for business owners, and that's Quo. Again, formerly Open Phone. Same great system I've talked about before, just a new name. Here's the deal. If you're running a business, every missed call is money out the window. You don't get it back. You don't even know it. It's gone, daddy, gone. I mean, I know it, but you don't know it. It's gone. So think about it. Plumbing emergency. First guy doesn't pick up the phone. What do? Wait around? No, you move on to the guy who actually answers the phone, and that's why you need Quo. Formerly Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that makes life easier and keeps you connected to customers. Works right through an app, phone, computer. No landlines, no second phones stuffed into your pocket. Whether you're solo and overwhelmed or running a big team that needs better coordination, this is a no-brainer. Over 90,000 businesses already use Quo. That's Quo. Formerly Open Phone, right, Dawson?
Get started free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/Adam. That's QUO.com/Adam. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Quo will port them over at no extra charge. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, stream full episodes of Matlock,
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
Fire Country, Elsbeth,
I do love a mystery.
NCIS Origins, Watson, and Ghosts.
What the hell?
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen.
All for free. The CBS shows you love this month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
So anyway, so he comes over and never goes home, and we're drinking shots of tequila.
Tommy
and I drink shots of tequila, but I'm having water in between everything, and he is wasted. He goes up to my room, don't know why, and he never comes down. And I go upstairs, and there he's flat on his face in like dolphin shorts with no underwear. That you see the thing coming out. I'm like, oh my god.
Is that the first time you saw the thing?
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, what the hell? And so he finally wakes up. I don't know where I go to sleep. And he wakes up at like 7. I wake up at 7. And he comes boom, 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 down. And he goes, oh, I got to go home and get you and come back. And I'm like, fuck, this man's never ending. This is the fucking longest date I've ever had. And he comes back with an 8x10 that he signs to me.
To you. He signed an 8x10 to you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've never heard of this band, but thank you. And he played.
Oh, you didn't know the band wasn't.
I don't know.
Hadn't popped yet.
No. I maybe it was Theater of Pain. I don't know which one it was. With Home Sweet Home on it. I don't know. And I go, oh my God, he finally leaves. I go, I'm exhausted. I gotta go to bed. And then he comes over like the next date, and he's wearing this ruffly thing and a velvet little jacket and skinny jeans where you can see his whole thing. And he goes upside down and puts the face on, when you go, and puts a cigarette in his mouth. Like,
When you talk
eyeballs
upside
and a
down.
face, like a 10-year-old. And I'm like, what the fuck? He was very entertaining. Now, we would fool around in bed, but you can't do you can't slip it in for like 3 months until I know I like you and you like
rule.
me.
Yeah.
And he goes,
3 months.
Yeah. And he goes, I feel gay. And I go, well, are you? As he puts on my dress. No.
3
He's
months
fun.
is the rule.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's an interesting.
Yeah. Even with
rule.
Richie Sambora. It just, I want to get to know you and I want you to know me. And it's not going to be, I'm not easy. And, but after
You're
3 months, I'm
fun.
super easy.
Is
Yeah.
all right, I'll
just
put it. I'll
hang
put it
on for 3 months.
I'll put it to both of you since we're talking about big hogs here. Is that a good thing? Is it a personal thing? Is it a bad thing? What is it?
It's
Can you
just-
work with it? Is it too big a commitment?
Apparently for me, it was 8 years and that was plenty.
It's a lot.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is like if a guy like
Tommy's known for that.
There's movies that are 2 hours long,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
yes,
and,
too
and
long.
3 hours long,
Too long,
you know,
too long, too
and then like sometimes your partner go, you want to watch Children of Whatever Moon, and you go, that's 3 hours and 11
Yes,
minutes.
no.
And then you go, let's just watch an episode of Home Improvement and we'll go to bed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
I don't want to commit. And I feel like a big dick is like a kind of a commitment. You know what I mean? Like, you
point.
want to have sex tonight?
Well, when you're 23 and 24, it's not
Yeah.
that big of a commitment.
Yeah.
At this age, I'd go, put it away.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't,
Or you have 10 minutes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I haven't had
Same
sex.
question.
I haven't had sex in 10 years, so I don't know.
10 years.
Yep.
A full decade.
Yes.
But back
And even
when you
I was so much fun.
were having sex,
Yeah.
what size dick are we looking
Oh, my
for?
goodness. Any
I don't
size that's
know.
dark.
I
Did I say that out loud?
You know, there's
don't
not an
know.
optimal.
no, I never had I can't even to this day. Like Tommy's known for that, right? And
I don't know.
Well, he is. I mean, he was post Heather.
He posted himself nude when he was like 60, and it was a big one. But I don't look for that.
Well,
stuff.
let me
I
put it
guess-
to you this way. I'll put it in these terms.
Yeah.
Guys with boobs. There's guys that are like, I'm not a boob guy. I don't really care.
Yeah.
More than handfuls away. And then the guys are like, I like a big set of jugs. You know what I mean?
yeah,
and
yeah.
There's preferences.
Preferences. I
And
don't
it's
have
not, they'll be with any woman, but they still have a preference.
They want big jugs. Remember there
Or
was like-
not. Or
not.
they don't care. Or it's not.
Maybe they want a freak show like me with no nipples. You never know what your proclivity
Not
is.
all guys.
Like nipples.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, not all guys like big tits. There's
Yeah.
plenty of guys I met who are like, man, that's not my
Yeah,
thing.
it's not. I don't.
So
it's never
I'm
been my thing.
I'm saying the same question
Yeah.
for dicks.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's just nothing. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me. If I'm into you, I'm
Yeah.
so into you.
If the heart's in, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Then that's why I say 3 months.
Yeah, I've
Got to have a heart.
Exactly, and I never worry about. I've never really thought about that in any of the men that I've been with. So yeah, that's
Ever been with
interesting.
a micro penis?
Yes,
You have.
I did. I have two.
Scott Baio.
I was in
No,
Canada.
no, no. Thomas,
I'm
no.
just asking.
No one
No,
famous.
No one
Tom
famous.
Cruise.
No one famous.
Mine
No
was
one
in
famous.
Canada. Yeah,
What do you now? When you got the micro penis, you've done 2 micros.
one.
A 1. You've done 2.
One.
Oh, I thought it was just 2
Yeah.
in the room.
That
I'm
would be
adding
1
mine.
and 2.
It's 2. Okay. The micro
only one in the
penis
world.
protocol.
Yeah.
Protocol for the micro penis. I'm putting myself in the shoes of the man with the micro
Very
penis.
small shoes,
right?
size 3, size 4.
3
Yeah.
loafers. I'm going out with
By the way,
these-
it was a child.
You're beautiful.
Teasing, never gross.
That's-
I don't
that
even
is
want to
sick.
say what mine was because it's such a stereo fucking type that everyone will be like,
Oh,
me.
Asian.
Everyone will be on me
No.
very
I did it
bad.
for you. I did it.
Really?
Okay. But let me ask this, and here's what I'm asking. I'm not gonna. No jokes. Jokes aside, or no joke. As a guy with a micro penis, and you two, this is years ago, right? You're young, you're beautiful, and people know who you are, and that kind of stuff. And I've been thinking, like, oh my God, I'm out on a date with Jillian or Heather. Like, oh my God. But at some point, we're going to get into bed. And they're going to find out about my micro penis. Do I announce it? I don't mean with a bullhorn, but I mean, like...
You might not be satisfied with me.
When we're getting in bed, do I go, like, there's something you should know? No?
No.
I don't think so.
Absolutely
No
not.
mention.
Then I'll
No
feel
mention.
like I have to make you feel gigantic.
Extra better. Yeah, no, it's
No
Or
just
mention.
something.
So neither
I've
guy
always
brings
preferred
it up.
micro penises, I'd have to say.
what?
You prefer them.
I would have to say that
Oh,
to
I see,
you.
I
to
see.
someone.
See what
All
I mean?
right.
See how good she is? I love that you're micro.
So there's a
the big ones are
there's a
way too-
discovery that the person has a
Vagina.
micro penis. Right? You
for
will
me,
find
yes.
out.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
I'm saying, by the way, between Micro and Tommy Lee, I'd say you've about covered it all, my lady.
I have my
My
man.
lady.
My man.
Hello to
It
me,
all,
ladies.
we all fall somewhere in between
That's
Tommy
fine.
Lee and Micro
Yeah,
penis.
yeah,
So
it's
no conversations, no anything. You just go about your
No.
business.
Yeah, I don't remember having any conversations with my
No.
girlfriends about that size of a man. It's just not. It's so funny. I've never ever. I've always just been satisfied,
But
or I've
doesn't,
satisfied.
at a certain point with the micro penis, doesn't it become sort of physically impossible to have
Adam,
intercourse?
you don't have a like? I just want to say this. You and the Howard Stern. He says he has a micro. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you do either.
No, I have
Bullshit.
what I've lovingly referred to as a good gym dick.
That's nice.
It's not a huge dick. It looks good around the gym.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean?
For the other guys
That's
working
very
out.
arousing.
That is
it's
kind of
like,
arousing.
It's got a good natural hang to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good gym dick.
That's
it doesn't
nice.
become anything special, but
That's
it
nice.
looks like it has
It's
potential.
it's like a blue collar working man. It's there and it does the job.
Construction worker.
Yeah, like it's a nice. I don't need a rock star, massive Tommy Lee.
I don't
would
need that.
prefer a fucking guy who's working every day, who's blue collar, who has a nice
Joe
dick.
5.5 pack.
Maybe six.
6 pack. All right. I was just making a joke. Yeah, no, my dick is like a high school athlete with a lot of natural potential who never lives up to it. You know what I mean? And the coach goes, he's got all the tools if he just study a little bit.
Damn it,
but he
sideline
won't
that
study
guy.
he won't learn the playbook. Yes,
Well, I
there's
don't-
nothing wrong with it. I don't like when guys try to pretend like they have a big dick
Yeah.
or a small dick.
I
You
have
have
a
an
question
average
for
dick,
you.
an average dick. yes.
At your age, at our age, how important is sex to you now?
I would say as I get older, it probably, whatever the metronome of sex is, you
Yeah.
know, and maybe it's at 19, it's going tick, 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 you know, and then
Dick, dick, dick,
Dick,
dick.
dick, dick, dick.
tick, 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 tick,
Boing,
tick,
boing, boing, boing.
micro tick, tick, tick. Every 5 years you add on to that, it slows down just a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm at a nice waltz
Okay.
pace
Oh,
right now.
Okay,
you
yeah,
know,
you're
Right.
but I'm
doing
not punk rock.
You're not, okay. You're not doing the merengue or the samba. You're just at the waltz stage.
Yeah, I'm like a nice.
But you still want it. Like I don't want it. I have no desire whatsoever for it.
No desire.
In 10 years, I don't know what happened. I stopped.
What were you desire-wise at the height of your powers? Because also people, like I know people are big eaters, and then there's like other people just don't really like eat. They don't eat that much. They don't really like it. Like it's weird.
Her and I love food, okay?
Right,
So,
I do too. And to someone who really loves it, it's counterintuitive when
Yes.
someone goes, I'm okay. I don't really need
Yes,
anything.
yes.
And you're like, what the fuck is wrong
Yes.
with you, bitch?
Right. I guess
But-
I'll eat alone.
or
but
if they like
shovel.
leave half a glass of wine,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just fucking leaving that? Like we're paying the tab? What's going on?
It's just like,
Yeah.
I was married to a woman who was like, I'd go, that's an $11 smoothie. It's just sitting. She goes, I just wanted a sip. I'd go, just finish it. Finish it. Because I'm
Yeah.
the guy
Save
put my
it.
finger in it.
Me
like,
too. So is
right.
she. We
All right.
love our food.
But there are people whose libido
Yeah.
is kind of like, not that fired up.
Yeah.
Were you fired up in your
No,
prime?
you know what's? Oh gosh, like my prime, I would say it was 47. I had the divorce diet, so I was super tiny, and I just felt really good. Had a lot of energy, and then Good Day LA gives me Das Boot. Well, they were like, "Oh, you can work 2 or 3 days a week," and I was like, "Fuck you." So I left. My pride made me leave, and looking back, I don't have that pride anymore. I would have said, "Okay, I will take it. It was good money." However, I felt really good. That was 47. I got cancer. So for 4 or 5 years, I dated. And then I got cancer and, booby cancer, cancer in my lymph nodes. And then it all just went to hell. I lost my house. I got cancer. I owed the IRS. I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I ate like a monster, like a Howie Long. I ate. And I drank. And so you're getting chemo, and it's counterintuitive to do the drinking, but I would just, whatever. And I was working in radio at the time, thank God, because I fucking look like Uncle Fester. But I think that was when it started, and I've never gotten back weight-wise to that. So maybe if I get back to my goal weight, which will be about 30 pounds from now, I'll want sex again, but I'm going to have to get a guy who wants no nips. Like, I don't even have tattoos, nothing. I'm too fucking lazy.
You can just take a black marker.
Yeah, I could do
brown
that.
marker.
Everyone's like, why don't you get it's free? And I said, because I don't give a fuck. It's me looking in the, I don't give a fuck.
So I think for women, a lot of it
vanity.
is how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
guys are just horny or they're
Yeah.
not horny. But it's
Yeah.
not like, well, if I looked better in my underpants, I'd be more into sex.
That's true,
They
I
don't
believe
really
that.
care.
Yeah, I believe that too.
So
But I
women have
also
that.
believe, I would like to make my man happy.
Mm-hmm.
And if X, Y, and Z makes him happy, then
yeah.
Well, do
But
we
I-
have a man
no,
now,
not really.
Heather?
No, I have a really nice friend that I like.
Yeah.
Haven't had sex.
Nope. Why am I
Wait,
jumping?
a nice
nope,
friend.
yep,
Wait,
nope.
a nice friend could be a guy you hang out with, or vibrator, or dog.
My
I don't-
dog.
God,
His
don't get her
name
on
is
her dog,
Mr.
Mr. Jesus. This dog's
Stop
obs-
licking my leg and humping it while
Yeah,
I'm on
he
the
does
toilet.
hump everything.
The nice friend is, what's that mean?
He's a man.
Oh, man. But there's sex, or there's
No.
You just hang out.
No, he lives in Texas, so I don't see him
It's
that
perfect.
often. I don't
So,
see him that often.
It's like a friends with benefits?
Not benefits yet. Because
No,
I don't see him that often. If
oh,
3
oh.
months.
But-
Well, let me ask you. So
Basic,
I
yeah.
can't do the 3-month thing with you where I go, I'll see you on Monday. We'll start the calendar, and then I'm going to Montreal to shoot a movie for
No,
3 months
that
in
doesn't-
one day.
no.
Then I'm going to come back and bang you.
No, that's
Start
not
the
happening.
That's not going to work?
No, it's not going to work.
Start it now.
Well,
Count.
technically, I think I could have sex with you if we worked it that way with the 3-month rule.
Well, we
but
would
you're
talk
saying
about it. I need to get to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
we need to
settle
hang
down
out
with
a
your
little
bad
bit.
self.
We need to
Yes.
hang out. Okay. I didn't know. I thought I was just going to
But
check in and
actually-
then punch out.
I would probably do it before him. He's really a gentleman. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a
All
little
right,
bit
so
too
that's
much of a
nice.
gentleman.
So you're kind of hoping that leads to more,
We'll see.
and is he age appropriate?
No.
Younger.
Yeah. He's 45.
I know. Remember that used to be old. Now it's not.
Now it's not.
anymore.
Mark Harmon at 33 was too old.
Crazy, right?
Isn't
and by
that
the way, when
insane?
Mark Harmon is 33, he probably looked like he was 19, right?
He was an Adonis.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So, and Jillian, we just said stores closed and not reopening anytime soon.
No, it's not. And also, I got carved up like a turkey because they botched me the first time. Doesn't matter. And then they had implants. I said, I don't want foreign shit in my body. And it hardened and it moved up to under my collarbone. So
I
they're
go,
like,
why is your boob?
she's like, what the fuck's going on?
Is that a boob?
My titty was up here. And I'm like, ow.
Under your collarbone.
And it was like hard as a rock one day. I woke up and it felt like somebody was pulling it. I go, what the fuck? And I literally went from a regular tit to like hard as a rock. So anyway, I got them redone. And this thing called the deep flat, they cut you hip to hip, and then they carve like a C into you. And you've seen it. I'm all carved up. So you'd have to be like a guy that's into
Gobble, gobble.
You know how some guys are into like tattoos? You'd have to be into like mutilation and no nipples, like just kind of. And maybe when I get skinny, it'll be interesting. I don't know. I honestly, Adam, I don't know.
Well, is there some form of relief?
No,
Of like.
haven't masturbated in fucking years, and I used to be the queen of porn. When I got pregnant with Ruby, Jenna Jameson sent me a big box. One side was porn, and the other side had baby blankets. That was me. I was just like that. I made out with Jenna. I was just like I was sexual, you
Very
know.
free-spirited.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it as I didn't look at it any way of this, that, the next thing. I was just extremely sexual person. But yeah, so.
But so you think that's connected to the molestation, where you just get sort of hypersexual?
Yes, I talked to Dr. Drew about it. That's so interesting you say that. Yes, he actually was the one who said that, because a lot of kids who get molested, they go one way or the other. They're either hypersexual or they get fat so that nobody wants them, right? Mm-hmm. Like Oprah did that, but I never went that route. I was like, fuck that, I want to be a skinny bitch.
And
I
do
was.
the hypersexual
Yeah,
route.
but, it's not like I was out there, but yeah, I mean, I think I was 13 when I lost my virginity, like willingly so, to a 17-year-old boyfriend.
Wow.
I know, isn't that fucked up? I would punch my daughter if she lost her virginity at 13, but I didn't respect
What if it was 15?
That's young.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, sorry. Heather's.
That's young.
I'm going to take a guess and go 15 for Heather.
I didn't even have my period yet.
Are you effing kidding?
I didn't till 16.
I got mine at almost 17. I was a late developer. Same with the
me too.
titties. Not weird.
So, wait a minute. Heather, you had a high school sweetheart that you've reconnected with
No
later
more.
on in life,
Done.
but that's done.
Never
But
again.
that's gets it. Well, don't worry.
Like, why, if you leave the first time, would you go back?
Oh, my sister
Interesting.
married a guy she dated when she was like 14 or 15.
Oh,
much later after
I
kids
love
and all
that.
that. Yeah, her story's nice. Like, it's kind of interesting.
mine's
There's
not
a
nice.
version of it that works.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to find Charlie McCormick or Bill Bell. I've already tried to stalk, and I don't know where he is. He's a teacher somewhere in Canada, which is a nice, normal fucking guy like that. But yeah, that's amazing. So,
All right, so Heather's got a guys in Texas. They're on the slow boat, and Jillian is on the no boat.
No, but
We got
Not even
a
a
slow
sub-
boat and a no
Let
boat.
me throw out a life.
thank you. A
Thing
life
to do.
jacket, a ring. I'm in a submarine
ring.
at the very bottom.
No,
I
you
don't
went,
care.
Jillian. You went right to masturbation when I was talking about pressure.
Oh,
But my angle was
I
that's
thought
all
you meant
right.
release.
No, I'm sorry. Well, we can
Yeah,
explore that.
you said
but
release.
my relief.
Oh, relief. Oh, God.
Oh, see,
Sorry.
see.
Oh,
They were your
sorry.
heads at. No, there's a certain kind of thing when you get a little bit older and you just go, I can't even pretend that I can do this anymore or
yeah,
something. And it's like a
maybe.
little bit
It's like
of
a job.
It's a relief or something where you go, I
a
just
great
can I
point.
can sit back. Like I don't have to. Like for guys will be like let's say a guy's 47 years old,
Yeah.
And he played some ball in high school or something, and some 19-year-old guy in the subway, and he'll think, I could handle this guy. Like, I think I could still handle this. I could take this guy, But at some point, you turn 60 and you go,
don't
fuck
care.
it, I'm sitting down. I'm not saying shit.
Yeah,
And
you
it's like
sit
there's a
out.
little bit of a relief to it
I
because you
think
just
so.
can't physically,
I
you're
don't
not
care.
up to it anymore.
I just don't care. I'll be. Our birthdays are one day apart, so she's 25th. I'm the 26th, and which
I
is
thought you were going to say, I'm 25 and you're 26.
yeah, and that's when our
Not
show
close,
comes out.
not
Very
close.
excited about that, but I think I'll be 59.
I'll be 64.
Yeah, and we don't give a fuck about we never talk about age or anything.
But
Like, it just-
is there? So what I'm saying is when you're young and you're beautiful and you just who cares? You're young
Yeah.
and you're beautiful. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then at some point you turn 45. And you're like, I gotta hang on to this thing. I gotta fix it, or I gotta do something, or I gotta
we've
grab
never
onto
had
it.
that.
You
No.
never had any.
No,
of that. A
no.
lot of women do that,
No.
and then at some point you go, fuck it.
I never.
I don't care.
Even when I had a cancer and they said to me, "Oh, you could do the cold cap." I go, "What's that?" And they go, "Well, it's where you'll keep your hair because you're going to lose all your hair after one chemo." I go, "Fuck yeah, bring it on. What is it?" Well, you'll sit for 4 hours. We have to freeze your follicles to make the chemo think that it's dead. And I go, then I do chemo for 4 hours? They said, yeah. I go, fuck that. I said, I don't give a fuck if I'm bald. I have no vanity. Take my tits, save my life, make me bald, don't care. And I've had friends that are the opposite. They go in to chemo with makeup on and the blue cap. That ain't me. It's funny because I did Army Hammer's podcast and Heather comes on.
No, I don't come on. I drove you.
Okay, she
and
drove-
you go, finish drying your hair. And I go, no, just what happened?
She gets ready in 5-10 minutes. Shit you not. And then she's driving like a maniac, barefoot, and we get down there literally from Thousand Oaks to Venice in fucking half an hour. And I don't remember the point of that.
something about the
It's
aesthetic.
because you
and
put
you
me
didn't
on
care.
air when I was supposed to just be driving.
Well, we
you.
just don't care. Her and I don't care about. I have no vanity, and I
So,
don't care.
Is everyone sober now?
Yes.
Ish.
Ish.
California sober. Like I'll have drinks if I'm out with the girls. Like it's my birthday on Friday, and I'll have for sure I'll have drinks.
Right.
But my real test has been my daughter went off to college, and so now I'm alone, and because my son lives up with my ex and his wife and kid, and that's the challenge for me. Like, fuck, do I want to drink? I have to really stave that off because drinking puts on a shitload of weight. So I guess I do have vanity in some ways, right? Because I don't want to be fat with the wine. Anyway.
But when my
it's
daughter
ish.
left, I was like, everyone's got a partner, everyone's married, I'm alone, I think I'll start drinking in the morning. Now I'm better at tennis, I'm better at golf, and then I'm in bed at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
I mean,
terrible.
listen, there's certain people who can drink and certain people that just
Should not.
go somewhere to a different place.
Oh my God!
I
I
should
was
not.
at Jimmy Kimmel's. I was telling Heather the story. Every time I go to Kimmel's, I do something. I fall in the
I
hot
was there
tub,
when you blacked out.
blacked out and puked.
I was there.
beside your ex-wife. Lynette was sitting on the other side, and apparently I blacked out, puked.
But you also fell in the jacuzzi.
that was a different year.
Oh.
One of them was in front of
I
George
heard that on the
Clooney.
way here.
Right.
If you're gonna make a splash, make a fucking splash.
Yeah.
But I remember saying to Lisa G, who did the news on Howard, I told everybody that I took a Anaprox or whatever for my period, and really, it was a Vicodin. But I had told her that, so she calls in the Howard Stern show. She's like, she's lying. It was a Vicodin. I go, what? I must have told her, but I blacked out.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, busted. What are you gonna do? Can't lie.
Well,
You can.
Well, you can, but
Well,
what's
she's
the
a
point?
liar.
What's the point? I'm honest. I can't lie. It was a Vicodin.
yeah, and some people I like to drink, but I don't get violent. I
Yeah.
don't put my hands on people or
No.
whatever it is. But I've known people that
Yeah.
go to a different
Well,
place.
you're like a normie. Like you can have it or not have it, right? Alcohol. It's like, right? Is it something?
Yeah, no, I like it and I like to drink, but I also have a thing, I guess. I mean, you guys can tell me because I was thinking about it on the way here. And maybe it sounds bad to Dr. Drew. I don't know. But there's stuff I like, like I like drinking.
You look forward to having a
I
cocktail.
do. And but I always said if I started drinking at 8 a.m., then I would have to quit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to quit.
Yeah.
So I have to.
So that's a really healthy attitude, I think.
Well, I don't.
I have to wait. Do you wait till the clock ticks? 5 o'clock. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, I guess for anything you go, look, I would like a slice of pie, but I'm not going to have it for breakfast. But maybe I would have it for dessert.
Right.
But I would look forward to putting it at the end of the day kind
Right.
of thing and have a little carrot on the stick, on the string, where I
Yeah.
can go, no, I'm going to be a good boy. And then tonight I can
Right.
have my little treat,
I don't
That's
have
not
that.
me.
Not me. I'm
Right.
indulgent.
I'm a morning.
I'm a fucking indulger.
Right. And
We're
this
gonna
is,
go.
But
Let's
it's
go.
like it's the same like if you watched porn. You go, okay, I would look at it tonight after I'm done with work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Isn't that funny? Because for me,
but if you watch it all day, then you would
Yeah.
have an issue.
I guess an addiction
going
is
to work.
Dr.
Right.
Drew would say an addiction. But for me, it was weird when I was in my porn phase that I would watch it. I would just be reading a book or watching a movie, and then I go, boing, oh, I'm going to watch porn. Like it wasn't, it was weird.
Not premeditated
No.
porn,
No.
spontaneous porn, manslaughter, not murder one, bad slaughter. Yeah, you'd think it'd pop in your head, and then you
Boom, you got your phone.
Then you're like, rum, 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 rum.
yeah.
Right, but then impulse, you know what I mean? Because drinking, porn, whatever, all the
Yes.
vices, all the
Yes.
stuff, you go, oh, I thought of it. And
And
then
now
you
I'm
go,
gonna do it.
oh, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Even with food, like if I go out to a restaurant, I want to indulge tomorrow, we're going out to this wonderful place that we both love, but I know what I can get. And it's actually not.
And we've talked about it on the way here.
Yeah, we're obsessed with this fucking dish. And it's healthy and I'm okay with it. But
But
and
I'm
we
like,
don't-
I'll have the bread.
Yeah. But we don't drink around Heather. And that's never been a problem for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think like that. Like, oh, I'm going to wait until I just indulge. I'm like, fuck it.
So, Heather,
Yeah.
a lot of people that get sober, especially when they're younger, they start replacing it with like extreme sports or other activities that
You
are
should see her on a skateboard up on the
Yeah, no, I don't skateboard.
they'll get a ton of tattoos or something like that. They do skydiving, you know. I mean, that's when you get sober 24.
Yeah,
you
I
get
can't
sober and then you
imagine.
get into like free climbing or
Yeah.
something
No,
else
no.
crazy,
Yeah.
No.
scary,
I always
whatever.
thought,
I wasn't young.
You never replaced anything
No,
with anything.
maybe with sleep.
sleep.
We both love our bed.
My daughter goes, Mom, I don't want to sleep my life away. And I go, oh, okay, night.
I'll do it for you. Yeah. I used to have this saying because I used to love napping. And I my saying was, they say you can sleep when you're dead, but I'm not taking any chances. Embroider that onto your pillow.
I love that.
Throw
like
that right
that.
on your bed.
We love our bed. We love our true crime. We love
my
our
God.
just
Love it, love
it's
it,
the
love it.
blah, 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 love it. Love it.
So
you're going to watch football? I'll be in my room.
Yeah.
we're at the stage where nothing left to prove.
No.
Now it's time
I never
to sort
really
of
felt
enjoy.
that you
really
had
have
anything.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be grateful.
Yes, we're grateful.
And also, I mean, I guess, Heather, my version or picture of you in my head was that you had something to protect. Like you had an image.
My daughter.
It was an image and you needed to come across a certain way.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like a fucking wasted person walking around.
Yeah,
But I was
even-
usually
not-
like when we'd go out and Tommy goes, I'll be the designated driver, and he starts drinking. I go, I guess I'm the designated driver.
But she's also has an image of being, and I always tell you this, like, you know, of a television, like Julie Roberts was the darling, or Sandy.
Yeah,
Sandy
but I
Bullock.
married
You were-
Tommy to put that all to
But
rest.
you still had a very, even through all of your troubles and all the bullshit, you still come off to America.
Well, I'm a nice person.
You
And
are
I'm
a
kind and I'm
sweetheart.
giving.
Yeah. And I think that comes through that she's not
Pretty real.
Yeah, she's not.
Well,
bad
and
person.
I'm not necessarily even saying it through the lens of alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm just saying an image. And you seem less guarded now than
definitely.
maybe you were when you were younger.
Definitely, for sure.
But
But
there's
also, I had my mom and my dad and my sister goes, if you ever do a tampon commercial, I'm going to kill you. Or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Well, and she'd hit me in the head and what are you so fucking happy about?
With a shoe.
With a wooden claw. I'm so fucking happy about. And this in the morning going to
Your
high school.
mom?
No, my
her
sister.
Oh, your sister.
What are you so happy
I'm
about?
like,
Older sister.
yeah, they're all older than me.
One
My brother
time
and
I
two
went to her
sisters.
house and I had a moment. I was getting papers for her mom. Heather wasn't there. And I walked in and I remember your mom saying, they're upstairs and da-da-da, and that's Heather's room. And I opened up the door and I swear to you I had a moment where, because I watched her on Dynasty. She was only a couple of years older than me, but in Canada she was a big fucking deal. And I opened up her teenage room door and I was like, this is the room she shared with her sister.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I would have envisioned a beautiful girl growing up in California having, a good girl, you know?
Well, at first we were in Canoga Park, and
Yeah.
I lived in bunk beds. My brother
Yeah.
was up here, I'm down here,
Yeah.
and then the two older sisters were in their room.
Oh, you
Yeah, I grew up
bunked
with,
with your brother.
Yeah.
Bats and footballs,
I love her
and
brother.
mitts, and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And they were older, so were they hunters? Did they go to Canoga High? Or
Yes.
did you guys move before that?
my brother, we moved before, but my dad would go to UCLA every day, and my oldest sister, Lori, and Mark, brother, would be dropped off at Canoga Park High and then picked up on the way home. And my sister Colleen and I went to Colina and Newbury Park High School. And Colleen was always angry.
Is she still
I
angry?
love her.
She's,
I talk to her all the time. She's very fucking funny and
Very funny.
snarky
Yeah.
and just like, I don't know. She's just
She's just opposite of me.
opposite.
I love her.
Oh, opposite. Like, and
Right.
yeah, I
Well,
love
people
her.
I'm starting to really think people are sort of like dog breeds in
definitely.
that
Yeah.
they're just, I have a lab, Phil, laid back, flops out,
Yeah.
friendly to everybody. And
Yeah.
then there's like dogs that are high strung
Yeah.
and barking and nipping and whatever. And it's like, I don't know, good luck talking them out of it. I mean, that's kind of who they are. Just
True.
It's so true.
You just either decide if you want to be around that dog or you don't want to be around that
Right.
dog. But you're not really going to fix that dog.
No.
100%.
And also, you're not going to give Phil a motor either. He
Right.
just does what he does. You're not like, come on, boy, we're going hunting at
awesome.
4 a.m. He's going, fuck that. I'm still sleeping.
Exactly.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I think because I was the youngest of four, and I just tried to get along, and I had a good disposition as his dogs. I think we weren't allowed to say hate, number one. Never allowed to say hate. And probably we weren't allowed to be angry, so suppress. And, my dad would never say, I love that. I like it a lot. I love you kids. And then we'd go, oh, you love it? Do you want to marry it? So you want to marry it? So we weren't allowed to say hate, which I thought was pretty cool.
Were they religious people?
My mom was, but not like religious. It was like go to church and go to this. And then, I never used to say, oh my God, because you're not supposed to take God's name in vain or something. But I'd go, oh my gosh. No, I'd say God. I would say God. And then I say, oh my gosh. But
so funny.
It's very weird.
So,
but anyway, I thought I had to get along with each personality.
Right.
And that was pretty easy.
Because you are easygoing
Right,
too.
in
And
general.
you're just, her and I kind of have the same personality. Her mother once told me Heather was a very good daughter to bring up. Yeah,
Easy,
she never
easy.
she never gave me any problems. I was the opposite to my mom. But
you were a pleaser.
I was a pleaser, but my mom walked. I guess I was with my first boyfriend, and we didn't see the car there, and his car, he drove up, and we're making out, and hands are there, and we didn't notice the light going on and off. On and off, on and off. And finally, my mom goes, gung, 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 and I think his hand was in my pants, and we both froze, and she goes, get inside.
Wow.
Oops.
yeah.
Around 16 or something.
Oh.
16-ish.
Shortly after the losing of the virginity.
Well, maybe a
Around the
year
same
later.
time?
And then, but I was 17 when I graduated high school. So
You were young.
Yeah.
All right, so you got, speaking of boys, so we got the Scott Baio thing, we got the Mark Harmon thing figured out, we got the Richie Sambora thing figured out.
That was
We
only
got
because of the song.
We got the Tommy Lee thing figured out. Oh, who are we missing?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
No, she didn't date Tom, but it's just a great story. But anyway,
We went out a couple times.
Couple times, but
Well,
he
I'm
didn't
really-
make it the 3 months.
she
I
didn't
don't
want to
think
be a
he wanted
Scientologist.
to.
She said, "I can't
No,
do."
he wasn't that, but I don't think he wanted to. It's just like we
Yeah.
met at an audition, and I don't think he knew anyone. And
He was how old?
What was before Taps, or he just done Taps?
he had. It was before Taps because it was The Powers of Matthew Starr that we auditioned for.
Taps was really his first
Great.
kind
And it was
of movie. right?
amazing.
Great
he was
movie.
so great, and I went to that premiere with him, and he just
you did.
Oh yeah. And like he went around, they goes, "You're so nice to just let him do it." What am I not? You can't talk to those people. This is your fucking show. And he was so great. And they keep talking about this. I mean, I said this one thing about him dancing at this place, and he did the display, all that stuff. And I think when he did the Rebecca De Mornay movie,
Yeah.
what's that called?
Risky
Business.
business.
I talked to him on the phone once, and I just wanted to know about the sex scenes and how he had to do them and all that stuff. And I think that was pretty much the last time I talked to him.
Wow.
But he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he seems nice.
Anybody else we're missing, perhaps? Jillian will fill me in.
Yeah, I will.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to
I'm
think.
not going to say.
No,
Jillian will do it, though.
Hang on a second.
There's one guy who goes, Heather, after my divorce.
Nick
with Richie-
Cage.
No.
I dig
I
him. He's
auditioned
so-
with him.
Oh, I love him.
For The Wrestler. Anyway. Oh, and I had Taco Bell sauce
Wait,
on
Nick-
my
Wait, that was Mickey Rourke.
That's
No,
Mickey
but
Rourke.
it was, Mickey Rourke wasn't, they couldn't finance him.
Ah,
Nick
they couldn't
Cage stepped in.
insurance him.
Yes.
Insurance, yeah.
And
wow.
then, then they finally, and I think Nick Cage backed out. So,
Oh my God.
Anyway, so this one guy, so after Richie, went out with this one guy and he goes, Heather, I don't need this much sex.
Oh, whoa,
Wow.
whoa. Hang on. He's gay, obviously. Let me try to think of who it could be. I don't even know that you've told me about that.
But it's a guy we would know.
Oh, I know exactly who it is.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
Give me initials, Jillian.
I would
No.
do a sounds like, but she'll fucking kill me.
Yeah, I
and I have a
would.
show with her now, and I've got to see her all the time.
Yeah,
it's the
I
whole
would
thing.
fucking kill me.
She would kill me.
I would chop off
She
your boobies.
looks sweet, but she'd chop my tits off again
Double
for the
check.
second
I
time.
would
Put him
carve you your backup.
Put him in a landfill.
Wow.
She's tough. She's very funny. Like, her and I get along amazing. But she's got to, I mean, I throw everything out there, but I have to be a little different, protective of her.
All right. Let me
Yes,
give
you
you
know.
guys a plug.
Oh,
Thank you.
And by the way, now that you guys got your show and everyone's talking, you come back and we could do like
I'd love it.
part
And you can
two.
say, you've met me before.
Yes, because I
It's
never.
nice
I
to
never.
see you, Heather.
Yes,
I'll say it's nice to see you, too.
yeah.
yes, because I
I'll say
I
it
did
first.
not know. I assumed that I had never met you, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's seen me passed out. He's seen me throw up.
Seen her in the
fall
jacuzzi.
jacuzzi. I fell in.
We've been intimate, yes, but I did not know him.
And he's not teeny weeny.
No, he's lying.
Jim Dick.
Yeah.
Good Jim Dick.
I'm
A lot
going
of
to call you Jim
potential.
from now
A
on.
lot of unrealized potential. What do you want? It's the name of the podcast. It launches this Friday.
Oh, I love the applause.
Everybody.
Oh,
We'll
thank you.
take a break. We'll come back. I'll do some news with Rudy right after this. Homes.com. Some might say homes.com is the best home shopping site. I just leave it at that because that's what I would say. But it may be homes.com's super comprehensive and transparent agent directory. Or maybe it's that homes.com is the only site that always directly connects you with the listing agent who knows the home the best. Or perhaps it's because homes.com has the most in-depth neighborhood content of any home shopping site that's extensively researched to highlight the personality of each neighborhood. Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth info they need to find the right home. And who knows, that could be your next home. Homes.com. That's homes.com. We've done your homework.
It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Hey, Ace Man, it's Joseph from Chino. Saturday morning about 6:45, making a quick Home Depot run. Running left turn red arrows. Who are these pussies that honk when no one's around? Like I don't know I ran the red light. What's this world coming to?
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah, I agree. I run them a lot. So I've expanded my repertoire into running red lights just in general. I expanded. I did just red arrows for 20 years, and now I've opened it up to all red lights, which is better. And so far, so good. But you do get the toot every once in a while, the person behind you. Now, the thing that's weird about the toot of the person behind you is there's no real practical application for it, because if you did it by mistake, you're still in the middle of the intersection when they toot. So there's really no unringing that bell. You have to stop in the middle of the intersection and back up. I'm not sure what they want. I know that I hate that person. That's all I know, and I would never do it to anybody. And I think if you asked them, they'd go, "Oh, that guy went through a red. He doesn't know." They would act like they were alerting you.
Yeah. You turned me onto this early on in our relationship.
Thank you.
I've never looked back. It's been the best decision I've ever made.
It's the best. It's
liberating.
liberating.
I remember this was not that long ago when my girlfriend drives with me. I run through the left turn arrow, and the second she knows it's coming.
Right.
And she goes, "Don't do it. Don't you dare do it." And I get halfway through the intersection, and she gets head on a swivel, thinking that there's a cop behind us. And then as soon as we get safely through, she gets mad and yells at me, "You put my life in danger."
Right.
It's like, there's no danger. That's
There's
why
no
we went through.
danger.
We're on the other side. We're going about our day with no danger.
Can I say this? And I've been thinking about a lot, because it's lots of talk about, the Maha Mom and Kennedy Jr. and lots of vax talk. Whenever there's any vax talk of any kind, it's always followed by tons of B-roll of people getting vaccinated. Like the person, they split the screen. So they're talking about, well, the hepatitis C vaccine, and then they split the screen and they show kids being injected. There's the arm one. There's the little toddler, like meaty thigh one. And I thought to myself, I don't ever want to see B-roll of people being injected any fucking more. It's the least, by the way, in terms of visually seeing what they're talking about, let's just work from most important to least important. So if you're doing a news story and you go, Well, the accident ended in tragedy when Rudy and his girlfriend ran a red light in Canoga Park intersection, were T-boned by a logging truck. Then you watch that, you know, because you'd go, oh, I want to see that. And I got to picture what that is. And then there's ones where they go, you know, they're out there this summer. It's Battle of the Bulge. Americans are putting on weight, and they show B-roll of like fat people.
The muffin top.
Yeah, just walk this guy in the boardwalk with a fat gun slopping over his panties, slopping over his shorts, and you go, I can pretty much picture what a fat person looks like without your B-roll of fat guy. But the injection thing is like no confusion. There's nobody that's ever went in. What are you talking about? Vaccines, injections? Yeah, that's orally.
Yeah.
And, like when you go the vaccines, I don't want to see anyone else take a needle. It's not comfortable. It makes me wince like a little. It stings.
Yeah.
Especially, by the way, a lot of it is, should you get your child vaccinated? And you got this little 4-year-old sitting there, and you see this long needle just going into their arm or in their thigh, and you go. It's like here's what I'm saying. It's like it's why I hate people with aggressive septum piercings. Because at some point when I look up and you're behind the counter at the Starbucks and I see the big septum pierce, I have to momentarily think about that.
Yeah.
Like there is no avoiding that. I don't have to feel it. I don't have to acknowledge it, but I do have to kind of accept it and think about it for a moment. It's like when you pass a car and the driver's side door's all caved in.
Yeah.
You know, you just go,
oof.
What happened there?
Yeah.
But you go, your car's fine. You're not injured. But there's a moment where you have to go, what happened here? And when it comes to the injections, I do a little, like if I'm eating or something, it's not comfortable, but I realize it is nonstop and it's old faithful. It never ends. If they're talking about vaccinating, the second they do is go B-roll. It's multiple B-roll. It's like 12 people. This guy gets vaccinated. She gets vaccinated. The old guy gets vaccinated. We get it. It involves a syringe and an arm with a sleeve rolled up. Knock it the fuck off. Put a picture of a missing kid up there.
Yeah.
There's missing kids. If you have something that's ubiquitous and we know, like fat people or, vaccines, take that valuable screen time and just put a fucking picture of a missing 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And go, we're talking about vaccines. But by the way, this kid was last seen in a beige Camry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I respectfully got my dong pierced and not my septum, so that
Smart.
you don't have to see it and wince every time. Yeah,
I know.
I mean, just the times you
always
look at it.
close my eyes when I blow Rudy. Jesus.
Well, I don't want to get it caught in your septum piercing.
I get it.
Obviously, yes.
I will. You can find Dawson or Andrew, but it dawned on me today when I was looking at this MSNBC clip that we had from back when, where it's the two black chicks lying about COVID and vaccinations and why you should have your kids vaccinated and all this kind of stuff. It's pure propaganda, pure fucking lie. Just two chicks on MSNBC. One's a doctor, an anesthesiologist, and the other's a anchor, and they're just fucking lying about getting vaccinated. Like this whole thing where it's like, we want to start a ministry so we can tell the truth. And all these assholes going, we want to have classes about media training so people can learn the truth. Tell me what part of these bitches talking 4 years ago wasn't fucking pure propaganda and a pure lie. But as I was listening to them lie, I was watching all these. It's a never-ending syringe going into a cavalcade of kids, and I just thought, why do I need to see this? It's uncomfortable. And by the way, we live in a society where when you're watching Survivor and the hot chick goes up the cargo net and her ass crack picks out, we tile that out.
Yeah.
We cover it. We blur that.
The one recently was the gal on the subway in Charlotte. They would show up until the point where the guy stabbed her, and I was like, just show me a picture and put an arrow to that guy's face and let me know what. I don't need to see that.
The ultimate injection. Yeah. All right. I don't know, Andrew, you must have it right there. But it's so funny. First off, it's crazy to hear what they're saying. This is 4 years ago. propaganda and lying about COVID, but also the B-roll part. Just watch this. By the way, everyone listen to what they were talking about. By the way, MSNBC, they're done with COVID. They're now on with Hitlerian dictator. So, but look at it through the eyes of these two bitches, and let's just see how much lying was going on back then.
Turn to the topic of COVID. On Tuesday, President Biden announced vaccines are now available for kids under the age of 5. I know a lot of parents out there have been waiting forever
Injection,
for this announcement.
number one.
What do you want to tell them about
big needle, meaty part of the thigh. Yeah.
Right. For one, I would hope they see that it did take a long time before this was rolled out, because first, safety had to be verified, and that is most important. The second thing I want them to know is oftentimes this was stated early on that kids are protected, but what we know is that 6 times the number of kids died from COVID than the flu this past year, right?
Yeah, all with pre-existing conditions, all with comorbidities, bitch. All comorbidities. But you're doing a commercial
there's now a method that you can use
drug companies
to help protect your child from being hospitalized and keep them alive to see next year. And there's
keep them alive to see next year. All right, we got another close up of the needle going in.
Make sure they're wearing those masks.
Hold on.
Same mitigating factors.
Wear the mask. You got to wear the mask. Oh, by the way, go back 20 seconds. She literally goes, you got to keep wearing the mask. You got to keep doing the procedures that limited. Okay, the mask did not work. 6 foot distancing. You guys, somebody made that up. That doesn't exist either. And washing everything with Purell doesn't work either. So you want us to keep doing the shit that doesn't work, that didn't work. But your side is all fired up about misinformation and media, the media. All right, let's just listen to her.
Year, right? We had 600 children who are no longer with us from 2021 because of COVID-19. And there's now a method that you can use to help protect your child from being hospitalized and keep them alive to see next year. And there's a saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Keep your kids vaccinated, make sure they're wearing those masks, and practice those same mitigating factors that we've been doing now for 2.5 years. What we do know is that COVID-19 is linked to a number of different disease processes that we can already trace. They say, well, you can't tell the long-term consequences of the vaccine. Well, yes, we can.
No, you can't.
In time, I've got my vaccine back in December 2020, right? I was the first person at the University of Virginia. We've now been able to track persons like me to see what has happened. Has anything changed? But what we also know is that we're tracking people who have COVID-19, children and adults alike. And what we know is that 1 in every 5 persons who've been infected with COVID-19 now has lingering disability where their organs, their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, their brain is no longer functioning in the same way.
Hold on, bitch. 1 in 5, that's 400 million people. I mean, worldwide, it's millions and millions and millions. But in the United States, that'd be 50 million, 70 million people she'd be talking about. She's lying about all of this shit, and this shit's 10 minutes old.
Yeah.
So assume they're going to lie, but once again, spare me the morality tale about me and fake information. All right, but we'll just write it out a little bit longer.
They got infected with COVID-19. And when you take that developing child whose organs have not come to what it's going to be for the rest of their life, and you stress it out, and you put it on that treadmill and say, I want you to sprint. What does that do for the longevity of their life? Not only in the quantity of their life and whether or not they will live a full life as we hope to live, but the quality of their life. We don't want to see that. We don't know what that's going to be for COVID-19, and we don't have to risk it because we have a vaccine.
Okay.
Okay.
Get your kids, get your 4-year-old. No, get your 4-month-old. Get your 4-week-old vaccinated. Fucking lying hags. They all fucking lied. They lied. So, I don't care. Look, Big Pharma, that's their business. Fine. Just don't fucking start putting together the dream team of factual information for the next one that comes around when all you guys did was lie during this one.
Yeah, it's insane to me that they can go out and give out that kind of information, but I am convinced, I think we've talked about this many times, I am convinced that my friend Ricky is dead because of the vaccine.
Look, here's the reality. Vaccine if you're sick, or vaccine if you're old, or you have comorbidities. If you're healthy, if she made a delineation and went, look, if you're healthy and you're young, then no, you're not in danger. You don't need the vaccine. But if you're old or you're young with comorbidities, then maybe you should talk to your doctor about it. That'd be fine. She's just on a campaign to get everyone vaccinated because they act like if your 5-year-old got COVID that have long-term kidney, lung, and liver damage or something. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's not basing it on anything. And when people do the excuse of, well, they didn't know at the time. Okay, then shut the fuck up because it sounds to me like you know something.
Yeah.
But you're wrong about everything.
I had COVID-19, not in my lungs, but in my stomach, and I couldn't get it out. It was almost 3 months I had it stuck in there. I had to go on a diet to be able to get the inflammation out of my guts down so I could pass the virus. And I'm quite positive I got it from Ilhan Omar. Allegedly, I'm quite positive I got it from her.
She's such a proud representative of your home state of Minnesota.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but I had to go down to the George Floyd, I don't know what they call it now, the square where the incident happened. And while I was there, I was having to do photos for the media outlet that I worked for. And while I was down there, she showed up with all the AOCs and the whole pack, and they came down. And I had to be down there with my mask because you couldn't go within 20 feet of people or whatever it was. And I walked up, and she came and stood next to me, and I took a whiff, and I was like, oh, there's obviously a female standing next to me. And I turned, and I looked, and there was Ilhan Omar standing definitely within 6 feet. For sure.
Well, that's science. If it's under 6 foot.
And because we were at the memorial, it's totally okay to stand close to one another.
Fauci taught me that.
Yeah, if it was at Target, we'd have to stand on the circles.
Spread it out.
Of course,
put the decals on the floor.
But that's fine.
But this is to honor a black criminal.
Yeah.
Morgan & Morgan. Well, there's a reason why Tom Brady's got 7 rings. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Over $20 billion recovered for more than 500,000 clients. That's not a slogan. That's results. One Florida case, insurance offered $350,000. Client walked away with $12 million. Oh yeah, let's say it's a little upgrade. They've been doing this for 35 years, fighting for the people. That's what Morgan & Morgan does. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for the people, not the powerful. Am I right, Dawson?
If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Adam or dial #law #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Adam or #law #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah, you know the song and you know what they do. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and the parts knowledge you need for all your maintenance and repairs. I don't know, some people have a daily driver. Maybe it's electric or something. You don't need a ton of parts. But then people have like a hobby car, weekend car, fun car. Roll up the sleeves. Get the wrenches out. I do that with my race cars, and I always use O'Reilly. Whether you're a car aficionado or an auto novice, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, they are friendly. So stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit us at O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. Another thought. I thought about the term that's been around my whole life, which is when they wanted you to wear a condom, it was no glove, no love. Never heard no glove, no love.
I haven't, no.
Wow, that's interesting. Dawson's heard of no glove. Now, when you'd be surprised that Rudy's never heard the term no glove, no love for condoms, wouldn't you?
I've heard it.
Yeah.
It was pretty ubiquitous, I guess I would say.
Feels like it was a bumper sticker at one point.
It was in movies and stuff, you know. They say no glove.
No glove, no love.
Yeah.
Right.
My girlfriend does tell me no rubber, we put it in your ass. That's what she goes.
That doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't rhyme. But it's her saying. And listen.
Never heard the term no glove, no love.
I like it though. I get what it means.
I guess I'm old. Maybe it's a Minnesota thing. I don't know. Maybe it was an LA thing.
Yeah, we go duck, duck, goose, and we go gas, grass, and ass. No one rides for free.
Well, that I got, and I even know what utter bomb is. Mm-hmm. But no glove, no love was always the phrase for wearing a condom.
Yeah.
You do get no sex unless you wear a condom. But I had a realization today when I was thinking about No Glove, No Love. The glove's got 5 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a glove. It's a mitten. You know what I mean?
One big finger if you put them all together.
And then I thought, well, but what rhymes with mitten, you know? And I realized no mitten, no kitten, because we call it pussy.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
And I would like to replace, for the next generation, like I had a movement for a while where I wanted the kids' game Marco Polo in pools changed to Adam Carolla because I felt like he had a good run. Kids don't really know who Marco Polo is.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was of a time. He was probably had some slaves and stuff, you know, hurt some indigenous people. He opened a spice trade, you know, root, big whoop, you know what I mean? I was in the Man Show, you know what I mean?
I've seen Princess Bride. I know what Spaniards do.
Yeah, and so in the pool, they'd go, Adam Carolla. It would be a nice, you know, tip of the cap to me and something my kids would enjoy. It caught on a little bit, but then I wanted to make a real full-throated attempt to replace Marco Polo with Adam Carolla. But now I've moved on from No Glove, No Love to No Mitten, No Kitten.
I like that.
That'll work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there something you could say like, hey, no rubber in the front?
Something in the rear?
Can't put it in the
rear? Well, there was.
Well, no, I was saying front, like rhymes with front.
Oh, it's in.
There you go. Yeah. I got the memo about the word. So I just.
But we gotta. Well, it's a glove. Again, a glove is fine, but it's got the 5 fingers, and you got the 1 dick. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for now, anyways. You never know. Science could definitely change that at any point.
Yeah, there's something about a sock and a cock that might work.
That's good, yeah. No
All
sock.
Right. Well, I don't want to get sidebarred here, but I'm down. No mitten, no kitten. I that's good. As I know, it's a pretty big gay community.
Yeah, I know you've been trying to get some new merch at the shows, so.
Yeah, maybe my mitten, my condom mitten. The other thing I was enamored by before we get to the news is Kamala just had her interview with Rachel Maddow, and she had a great Pete Buttigieg combo, and it was I should say. It was great. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Well, Kamala she loves the word salad, and it's an interesting thing. So Rachel Maddow, Kamala's going to go on Rachel Maddow's show because she knows it's friendly and it's going to be a real softball interview. But Rachel Maddow is a proud member of the LGBT community, and in her book, she said, "I can't tap Pete Buttigieg as my vice because he's gay, and that's not going to work." So the fun part is, so Rachel Maddow has to bring it up because she may be on a network that offers softball interviews to Kamala Harris, but she's a lesbian first, and she has to represent the lesbian community.
I see,
So she has to ask her this question. Now, by the way, the New World Orders, they ask the question, they give a shitty, long, nonsensical answer, of which the person who asks the question goes, okay. And by the way, any argument here's what you should be like when you're interviewing people. Like any woman I've ever had an argument with. Because any woman you've ever had an argument with goes, I'll play both parts of the argument. Okay. I'll be the woman. Geez, you're coming through the front door at 1:30. Why so long? You said you're just going to the game. It's a day game. What are you going? You go, well, after the game, we decided to go out and have a beer. Well, why didn't you call? They don't hear you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just go, hold on. My phone battery was dead, and you couldn't have borrowed Stan's phone? No one at your table, nobody drinking beer had a phone that you could have used to call me and tell me. They don't let you go all the way through. You know what I mean? They stop you at every intersection and introduce something where you go, oh, shit. And then you go, and I'd been drinking a little bit, so I didn't think it'd be a good idea. Why didn't you call an Uber? They don't let you just mow all the way through your long fucking tail of excuses, right?
Yeah.
They cut you off. That's the way you got to do interviews.
Yeah.
So listen to Rachel Maddow ask a tough question. Turn it up a little. I'm going to ask advanced because it's always light. Of Kamala.
President to say that he couldn't be on the ticket effectively because he was gay. It's hard to hear.
No. That's not what I said. That he couldn't be on the ticket because he is gay. Mm-hmm. My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States, against someone like Donald Trump, who knows no floor, to be a black woman running for president of the United States.
All right, hold on a second. Does she appear to be a black woman to anybody? I mean, I would go with more Indian than black at this point. Is everyone black who's half black? Like, and then what about the mom? And why is it's a slap in the face of the fucking mom, whether you're Barack Obama or in this case Kamala Harris. Like, you're half Indian, you're half black. Mm-hmm. But you're just a black woman now in the United States who passes as something other than a black woman, but you're a black woman. Okay, but I just go with mix. Like, I don't know. If you're half something, you're half something else. I don't get why you're just that one thing. And by the way, stop telling me, you know what it's like to be a black woman in America, and then call yourself a black woman when you don't have to call yourself a black woman or man. Yeah. Just fucking knock it off, or spare me your conversations about how difficult it is to be of that race and then claim that race when you don't have to. In her case, she can say whatever she wanted. There's nothing, by the way, if you never met Kamala Harris in your entire life, and you ran and you go, oh, what's your heritage? And you went, my dad's Hispanic, my mom's Dutch. You just go, okay. Like, you wouldn't go, wait a minute, I know you're black. Like, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, you use it whenever it is most advantageous for you. Right. So you're on MSNBC, you're black. When you go to get a home mortgage, you're Indian.
Yes.
You use it where it needs to be needed.
That's a good point. All right, sorry, we'll play it on.
Who knows no floor.
No floor.
To be a black woman running for president of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
All right, hold on a second. Hey, bitch, don't you speak truth to power? Mm-hmm. Why are you fucking chickening out? Like, fucking speak your truth. Speak truth to power. And also, I love that there's some sort of algorithm. Like, well, what we can handle is half black and female, but we couldn't do half black, female, and gay. Mm-hmm. We could probably do like lesbian, but white, with a mixed race vice president who's straight, or we could do Jew with half black,
adopted Asian baby,
but heterosexual,
very heterosexual baby.
And the Jews got to be straight. Like, I love that there's some sort of combination. At some point, as Americans, we hit our saturation point. So we go, we'll do a black president. I'll do you 2 terms on a black president, but he better fucking have a white straight dude running with him, because I only got so much room in my heart. You understand? I'll look the other way in a black president, but if his vice president is gay, then that's a bridge too far. Mm-hmm. You know, I was telling Dr. Drew, it was kind of like when I played B football in the 10th grade, and he goes, is that a 10th grade team? And it's like, it's a 10th grade team, but there were seniors on it.
Yeah.
But there were seniors that were undersized.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be a big senior and play on the B team. You could be a small senior and play on the B team, or you could be a medium-sized 11th grader and play on the B team, or you could be a big 10th grader, but they would factor in. And if you were too big or too old, you're out.
Yeah.
So she's kind of doing that with the presidency. Like, we could have one gay dude with a white chick or one white chick with a straight dude, but we can't do the black and the gay.
Yeah, my senior year of high school, I kicked ass in Pony League. I whipped ass all over that field, man. I mean, those
because you were little.
Yeah, those 5th and 6th graders had no idea what was
shit out of those kids.
coming to them.
All right, so she's explaining to Rachel Maddow that she never said she couldn't pick a gay vice president running mate, except for that's all she's saying. Is she saying anything other than she didn't do it because he's gay?
A lot of empty words, but that's about it.
All right, well, keep it going.
It would be a real risk.
A risk.
No matter how, I've been an advocate and an ally of the LGBT community my entire life. So it wasn't about right. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my part.
I
but
just didn't want to be losers.
we had such a short period of time, and the stakes were so high.
You had to win.
I think Pete
can't win with that homo.
Is a phenomenal,
great guy. Sucks
phenomenal
a mean
public servant.
Loves adopting.
And I think America is and would be ready for that. But when I had to make that decision with 2 weeks to go.
Hold on. Have we come that far in 14 months? Like, they're ready. She's saying we're ready for it now. Right?
Oh, yeah. No, we weren't.
But this wasn't 1961 and you're running for the school board in Alabama.
Yeah, it's even less than that because it was November of last year, so it was...
Well, she had to tap her running mate. Let's do the math. When do you tap your running mate? Because the election's in November.
Yeah,
but she's got to announce the running mate before that.
I think it was like around July-ish because I had friends of mine who went on like some big thing with Tim Walz while he was out touting around trying to get that nomination. So it was around July, probably August, yeah.
So we lived in a very, again, I'll go back to 14 months ago or 13 months. We lived in a very different America back then.
Yeah.
I got the same iPhone I had back then. I got the same car.
Yeah. I literally have had this shirt for longer than the amount of time America has become
rewind it a little. I'm kind of curious what her point is about why we would accept it now. She loves Pete. She just wanted to win.
I hope Pete's at home watching this. Is going, I fucking lost to this bitch. Are you kidding me? What?
So it wasn't about. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my part, but we had such a short period of time, and the stakes were so high. I think Pete is a phenomenal public servant.
The best.
And I think America is and would be ready for that.
Is.
But when I had to make that decision with 2 weeks to go.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I was being too cautious. I'll let our friends, we should all talk about that. Maybe I was. But that's the decision I made. And I, as with everything else in the book, I'm being very candid about that.
Yeah.
With a great deal of sadness about also
that's great heart
the fact that it might have been a risk.
Yeah.
But now, Rachel should go, look, 10 minutes and 4,000 words ago, I said, you said in the book you couldn't run with Pete Buttigieg because he was gay, and now that's what you just said, because he was gay, because we live in a horrible, racist, homophobic America, but we don't anymore. But how many months ago? Let's try to figure when did she tap it?
If the election was, November 5th and her book is called 107 Days, and that's as long as the campaign was, we're looking at around July 13th, 12th. I'm trying to verify when she announced.
Okay, so that is a year and 2 months. Well, I'm going with my 14-month argument, right?
Pretty good.
But I don't feel like America changed. Well, the Palisades in Malibu existed, so maybe that, but I don't think that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Now, but we're ready for it now, Rachel.
July 21st.
All right. Wait a minute. We're right at 14, right?
We're right at 14 months, yeah.
D-minus student.
Did you also notice Rachel Maddow's a lot of that.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is no woman I've ever been with would let me get through that conversation without jumping in and going, yeah, that's what I said. too gay to run. And you're the one who's always talking about being courageous and standing up and truth to power. So why don't you put your fucking money where your mouth was and stand up and do the right thing?
Yeah, well, probably doesn't want to get thrown out of the club, so she doesn't, hold her feet to the fire.
No sheath, no queef.
Ah, that's not bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
That's
It's
not
pretty
bad.
good. I know it's a dumb, cheesy joke, and I only do it when I go on the road with you because your crowd loves it, and they love it. I love doing the joke because when I wrote it, my girlfriend was like, "That's stupid, but try it." It's the one where I go, they put politics in kids' shows nowadays. Like my daughter was watching one the other day with the. Oh Christ! What the hell's the name of that show? A Big Bird, and then the crowd goes Sesame Street, and I'm like, oh no, Rachel Maddow. That's what it. Rachel Maddow.
Yes,
That's
they love it.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Homes.com. Some might say Homes.com is the best home shopping site. I just leave it at that because that's what I would say. But it may be Homes.com's super comprehensive and transparent agent directory, or maybe it's at Homes.com is the only site that always directly connects you with the listing agent who knows the home the best, or perhaps it's because Homes.com has the most in-depth neighborhood content of any home shopping site that's extensively researched to highlight the personality of each neighborhood. Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth info they need to find the right home. And who knows, that could be your next home. Homes.com. That's Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, stream full episodes of Matlock,
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
Fire Country, Elsbeth,
I do love a mystery.
NCIS Origins, Watson, and Ghosts.
What the hell?
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen.
All for free. The CBS shows you love this month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
All right, so you got some news.
Let's do it, huh? So this has been making the rounds. Customer orders Charlie Kirk's Starbucks drink and finds disturbing hate message. Employee gets fired. This is an Ohio woman ordered Charlie Kirk's to go to Starbucks drink, which, by the way, what do you think that is, Ace?
There's a Charlie Kirk drink?
Yeah. So it's not like it's named after him at Starbucks. It was what he would order when he went to Starbucks.
Oh, I didn't.
And people have been ordering it ever since September 10th. Yeah.
I see. Because it would seem very off-brand to have them dedicate a drink to them, but people are ordering that. I'm looking at a thing that says mint something on it, honey and whatever. So he does a tea, I'm guessing.
They popped the balloon there. Yeah, minty majesty tea with 2 honeys.
2 honeys.
2 honeys.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that, but I wouldn't know. And by the way, the people in their beverages are all over the road. It's hard to connect them. I can do a lot of racial profiling and do lots of profiling and know where people are going with stuff. Drinks, I never know. I never know who's the latte, who's the almond latte. I mean, pain in the ass chick is always the bigger pain in the ass you are in life, the longer your Starbucks drink is. Mm-hmm. That much I know, but I would have never guessed Charlie Kirk. I would have thought. I think Republican guy, conservative guy, just think black coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I always see the guys that are outside of the Starbucks, like the road construction guys, and it's all the dudes in the reflective vests, and then there's the one guy who's like maybe from the city or maybe from corporate, who's like the project manager, and the guy goes in and orders 6 black coffees, and then he needs a minty fruit latte with a whipped cream on top and sprinkles, and you're like, I know exactly who that drink is going for.
I was behind someone who ordered light foam. And I was like, you like foam or don't you like foam, bitch? In or out with your fucking foam. So she wrote something, this is for the racist or whatever.
Yeah, so on the side of the drink, it was handwritten, racist fave drink on the side of the cup. Mm-hmm. This woman complained to corporate. She went and talked to Kroger's, who ran that certain Starbucks. The employee had admitted to writing on the side of the cup and was immediately fired on spot.
Good. And the thing about racist is, let's stop throwing it around so sort of willy-nilly. It's a big thing. It's also a reason to put someone in the ground. So I don't know what their thing is on the left, but everyone look, I have thoughts about what ails the black community, but that doesn't make me racist. I have thoughts about what ails many communities and many white people as well. That doesn't make me anything other than I have thoughts. And we've constructed some sort of system where they're like, well, yeah, but you're not black, but you're not. Okay, I don't play for the Rams, but I have thoughts about what they could have done the other weekend to win a football game. That's what I do. I have thoughts about everything.
Sure.
That's just me. I don't like it's just contained to my kids. I have thoughts about other people's kids as well. So shut the fuck up. What do you mean no thoughts? I have thoughts about how to run everything all the time.
Yeah.
And yes.
Also, me and the boys were in the back talking. Female Republicans have come a long way over the last few years, have they not? Like, look at this lady on the right. That is the new face of the Republican Party, where back in the day you had Barbara Bush.
Oh, I thought this was the chick who wrote on the cup.
No, she's the one who
got the cup.
Yeah, I had to make sure that we were correct in that too. So this is the woman who got the cup.
Yeah.
And then because you would assume that this is the woman who wrote on the side.
She's got the tats and the head shave and the weird, I don't know, Pomeranian hairdo. I don't know what we call that, but she's the victim of it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what the attraction is to calling people racist. Like, I just don't presume to know what's in their heart. I don't really care. It seems like a weird calorie burner to go after people. Like I don't know. That guy, remember 10 minutes ago, we had to pop the tires of anyone driving a Tesla? Remember that from 10 minutes ago? Back when America wasn't ready for a gay vice president. Remember we had to go to, this seems like a big calorie burner. Did anyone go, it's an electric car. It's good. It's good for the earth. We used to like Elon. I don't want to have to retroactively go pop his tires. It's all like it's like 9-year-old behavior. It's weird.
Remember when it was quaint when Starbucks just decided to put a war on Christmas with Happy Holidays? That was quaint, and now they're calling everybody racist. It feels like
I know. I miss the holidays.
Miss those days, right? Donald Trump slammed statue showing him holding hands with Jeffrey Epstein. This thing is glorious. I was in Washington, D.C. yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to swing by and see it, but the new statues erected on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., they show Trump and Epstein giddily frolicking together, holding hands with a plaque that reads, "We celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein." Trump did not hold back in a statement that was made from the White House to TMZ. Liberals are free to waste their money however they see fit. But it's not news that Epstein knew Donald Trump because Donald Trump kicked Epstein out of his club for being a creep.
You know what we should do? You know what Trump should do? Here's Trump. If Trump were smart, here's what he'd do. He'd go, I just commissioned a bronze statue of Magellan holding hands with Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, yes.
Two of the greatest explorers, two of the greatest mariners ever. And 10 seconds later, a bunch of fucking Antifa people would show up and just fucking tear it down.
Yeah.
He should just... We won't know who it is from here. I don't know what Epstein's statue looks like. You know what I mean? Just say I did. Maybe we should do. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pick who don't we like? Who doesn't the left like? I mean, I guess we could like Saint Peter frolicking with Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, I was going to say anybody who is named after a lake is named after them currently. That's usually probably who the left hates. So,
all right, well, just pick those two, put out there, and Tifa shows up, tears it down that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the detail in that statue, though. They should have got that guy to do the Dwayne Wade statue outside of the, because that is brutal looking. But that's pretty good.
I was trying to think. They didn't cast it out of bronze.
No,
because each one would weigh 2 tons.
Yeah.
But did they use like a CNC type programming, whatever? Like, can you make this old stuff on a computer now and then rattle can it bronze, you know, to spray paint it?
3D printing, they probably made this thing and then put it up. Yeah, that seems legit. I like that he came out right away and was like, mad about holding hands with a dude. That's why I love Trump. He's like, I totally fuck Stormy Daniels and I don't hold hands with dudes, okay? That's what I love about it.
3D printed, yeah, probably. There's also there's a bad soccer statue. Who's the bad soccer statue of?
Oh.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo? Okay.
There's a bad soccer Ronaldo statue. And by the way, I don't know. Do you think they did that shit to like George Washington? Like, do we really know what George Washington looked like?
Yeah, I remember having a picture in my high school library and going, how do we all know exactly like that was the dude? Because they never showed him smiling because they said he had wooden teeth.
Right.
I'm like, at some point, wouldn't those things rot out? Wouldn't you get an infection? Wouldn't you die from some sort of like medical condition by having wooden teeth? I feel like.
Also, he lived in a time where we had ivory and stuff. And there were great smiths, that could carve out of alabaster and stuff. I don't know why you'd do a one out of.
Oh, Lordy, look at that. That's amazing. We could do that.
Ronaldo looks like he's got Down syndrome. like if you take a Down syndrome guy and you give him a hot dog and you tell him there's cheese inside of it, that's the look he makes.
Wouldn't somebody, whoever was supposed to put this thing out, look at the guy who sculpted this and say, we got to melt it down and start again. We can't put this out to the public.
I feel like with statues, let me explain what a statue or a carving or bronzing or a head, a bust. Here's the process. Nobody says, I would like you to build me a custom home. How long will it take? And then you go, well, it's going to take about 17 months. And I go, I'll be back in 17 months in one day. You hit the job site like twice a month or every Friday, and you walk around, and invariably the person who's paying for it goes, ooh, where are you going to put the tub?
Mm-hmm.
No tub in the master suite. When the tub goes in the guest suite or whatever. Tons of stuff, everything from I don't want this outlet here to here's what I want my island to look like, but you can't just leave and come back when it's done because you're going to open the front door and you're going to see a bunch of shit you didn't really like that they did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with statues, whoever the statue is of, they got to show up once a week and sort of check progress.
Yeah.
Or why don't we just get the Madame Tussauds wax house, whoever's doing the wax stuff. The wax ones are dead nuts on every single time. You literally you see Kim Kardashian posing next to her wax museum pose, and you can't tell which one is Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I was going to say they should start out, because I come from the land of butter sculptures. Start with the butter sculpture.
Start with butter.
And then you take the plaster of Paris, you get the form, and then you form from there. That way you know it's correct.
Or you end up with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
All right.
Man,
what else
brutal.
you got?
Rhode Island high school coach who did naked fat test sentenced to 1 year of probation. This happened on Monday. A judge sentenced a former high school basketball coach to a year of probation after he spent decades asking hundreds of male student athletes if they were shy or not before asking them to get naked so he could check their body fat. Turns out that he was actually found not guilty on second-degree child molestation and second-degree sexual assault in a case that scrutinized the so-called naked fat test, but then was later given 2 counts of a lesser degree, 2 counts of misdemeanor battery. So throughout the nearly 6-week trial, defense attorneys for Thomas argued that the tests were wrong, but not a crime.
Well, once you get into your underpants, how much more do we need to see if you're fat or not?
Yeah, we kind of know. I mean, there's a lot. Everybody's wearing the V-neck T-shirts again, and they are not quite as form-fitting as they used to be. So a lot of dudes with tits out there walking around these days.
Yeah, I think you can kind of tell through a dress shirt and the V-form. You're right, the V-form. And there's dudes with titty syndrome, and then there's women with huge upper arm syndrome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you pick a shirt that's a little more flattering for you? Because I can see your man titties from across the mall, and I see that fucking Nate Newton upper arm. from across the mall, and it's like there's such a thing as long sleeves or hoodies or things that don't accentuate this thing so much.
Wear dark, wear layers. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Vertical stripes.
Yeah. My high school, up until about maybe 3 years before I got there, they made the boys swim naked in class, gym class, naked.
Really?
Yeah. And we looked it up. There's a whole thing about it that was online. Hibbing High School, if you Google it, obviously be a little cautious about what you Google. But yeah, they would let you, or they made you swim naked. The boys had to swim naked up until, I think 11th grade. Girls got to wear a suit. And then I think it was a few years before I got there, like the late 80s, early 90s is when they finally got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dudes naked, but just with dudes.
Just with dudes, yeah. Yep. So they would actually... folklore says that there was a bunch of dudes in swim class that were doing the class, and somebody did not lock the door, and there was a woman who opened it up, and there was just a bunch of dudes standing on the edge of the pool naked. So after that is when they started chaining and barring the door so nobody could walk in. And there used to be these big giant curtains that if they weren't pulled back, you could see right into the lunchroom. So if there was a little sliver of daylight, you could stick your eyes up to the glass and basically see these kids naked.
I started, I don't know if we talked about this, but there's something going on because I have found myself as an old dude walking through the locker room at the spa, dropping the towel, getting naked, getting in, and every guy's wearing trunks now. Like, guys, first off, there was no such thing back in the day of being in the men's side of the spa in the locker room wearing trunks in a jacuzzi, and there was no trunks in the sauna, no trunks in the steam room. There was you might have the towel wrapped around you. You drop the towel and slide into the whatever.
Yeah.
But guys are modest now. Like, that's a whole new vibe. And I don't know. Is it weird? Is there something weird going on with dudes? Are the peckers getting smaller now with the testosterone levels going down and the sperm production going down and guys getting chubbier?
Yeah.
When guys get chubby, there's more circulating estrogen because it makes your dick smaller,
Absolutely.
Essentially. So is it guys being self-conscious and like having a small pecker and being kind of chubby now? What is... Or is it a social thing?
Maybe. There was also the stories that came out of, that gal who was like a social influencer, and she took pictures of that naked elderly woman in the women's locker room. And I think the caption said something, "If I have to look at it, so do you," and then posted them online. I think the woman
right.
Yeah. So maybe there's a little bit of sort of, you're a little afraid that maybe there's some sort of camera, something lurking. You're not really sure. But speaking of that, I was watching the new Superman.
Good thought.
I was watching the new Superman on the flight yesterday, and Lex Luthor, the dude who plays Lex Luthor, probably the same age as Gene Hackman when they both filmed their Supermans. Gene Hackman's voice substantially deeper than the dude who plays Lex Luthor now.
Interesting.
And everybody else, and I was like, wow, even my voice is so much higher than some of the other guys that are, probably 10 years older than me.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, could be a lot of microplastics.
Absolutely.
But you're right, could be who wants to be filmed naked.
Yeah.
I got a good gym dick, so I don't care, as I was talking to Jillian about.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman is 48 while filming Superman.
Oh, the first one. Okay. And how old's the dude so he must be in his 40s now. I can't remember the guy's name.
How was Superman? I didn't see it.
He's younger than that? Well, but still, Gene Hackman's voice couldn't have gotten that much deeper between the ages of 29 and 48. I imagine. It's good. It's, it's so CGI'd, but the story's good and it's fun and it's got some great jokes in it, and it's James Gunn, so you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, I like James.
But, yeah, it's great.
All right, one more.
One last one here. All right, so video of this. Tom Brady makes some comments. He's receiving a lot of criticism for a statement he made on the air during the Cowboys-Bears game after Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens repeatedly slammed his helmet into the ground.
Arms, and Pick's not happy. Yeah, those helmets can be... It's like the dog at home.
Timeout on the field.
Wow. Kick right the dog, throw the helmet.
Man,
whatever
man.
it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So kick the dog.
I always think about this stuff when people go, "Oh, people are upset." I go, "No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're just fucking talking.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit.
Yeah,
weird. It's a weird thing because I do see the TMZ chicks. Goes, he shouldn't be able to. And it's shut up, bitch. Just shut up. There's real problems. Tom Brady doesn't kick his dog. He said kick the dog. He doesn't kick his dog.
It's a phrase. It's what people would say, you know. And until he shows up to game day wearing a coat made of 101 Dalmatians like Cruella de Vil, I'm going to go ahead and just give us a pass and just say he was just saying, making a phrase that is a very common phrase when you're frustrated.
He should lean into it. He should go, that quarterback's more mobile than Mike Vick. I have not seen a guy who had a cannon, Michael Vick, cannon for an arm, more mobile than anybody else in the league at the time. Mike Vick, people talk about him as a mobile quarterback. Great man.
Yeah.
He's a great, great man. Humanitarian. NFL Player of the Year, Man of the Year. Got the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 91. A lot of people don't remember that. As a matter of fact, geez, what time is it? Because I got to get going. I'm going to meet Mike Vick. We're going out for cocktails, and then it's off to his backyard where he said he just wanted to give me a tour of the kennel.
Oh, he just sent me a text. What up, dog? I can meet you at 5 p.m. I got to get blowing, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You read the stories about people that were upset about it. They said one lady was like, "Oh, kick the dog, Tom. Don't you have a pooch?" Someone else wrote, "You have some explaining and apologizing to do."
I do love the people with the amount of time that they have. Look, I got my life. Everybody, that's all I got. I got 2 hampers. One is a hamper filled with fucking troublemakers who don't pay taxes, who cause crime, who spit their gum out on hot sidewalks, who just all the stuff who let their dog shits on your lawn and they don't pick it up. And then there's another hamper, and those are the taxpayers and the job creators. Tom Brady is in the happy hamper. You understand?
Yeah.
He's in the good hamper. I give people, what has Tom Brady paid in taxes his life?
I couldn't even imagine. I mean, well into the millions. Probably more than what I make a year, I imagine.
He has, I'm going to say that Tom Brady has paid well over $100 million in taxes quite easily in his youngish time on this planet so far. So he's not part of the problem. There are other people who have been arrested 61 times who get in the court appointed, whatever. They're in the other hamper. And once you're in this hamper, I don't really have time for you. I don't bust your chops. He's a fucking taxpayer who loves his kids. I'm done with him. Charity work, what have you. Never have enough energy to go, I got to settle this guy's hash.
Yeah.
Do not.
Family members sometimes. I always think about it. Like we had a conversation the other day where I said that my family was talking about there's going to be a civil war.
200 million is the conservative estimate.
Wow.
On Tom.
No way. Man, that is worth it. How much he's paid.
How much he's paid?
Get out.
Oh, well, if you're really, you pay a lot in this country. So if you made a lot of money, you're going to pay a lot of taxes.
Man. I'm so glad I'm broke. I will never pay anywhere near any of that. But I'm also not the guy who complains about these guys. I sort of empathize with them and go, if it wasn't for guys in like you and people in your position, I would have no career whatsoever.
That's right.
Yeah.
What were you saying about a family member?
Oh, so we were talking that my family said, well, they're going to cause a civil war. The civil war is coming. And I said, have you guys not been online? We're not fighting on a battlefield. We're fighting on social media. That is our civil war. We put down guns and we're picking up keyboards, and that's where the civil war is happening.
Fighting on Starbucks coffee cups.
Yeah.
That's the battlefield. We're using Sharpies like bayonets. Retarded people. All right, you can go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. Heather and Jillian got themselves a podcast. What do you want? And it's coming out on Friday. Rudy, what dates we got for you this weekend? Reno, Laugh Factory. That's a cool place.
Yeah, going to Reno this weekend. And then please, October 3rd, I'm going to be back in northern Minnesota. I'm going to be at Jenkins, Minnesota, Snarky Loon Brewing. It's a veteran-owned brewery. These guys are great. I can't wait to come back to Minnesota. So please check it out. Go to rudypavichcomedy.com. Get some tickets. Would love to see you guys there.
And Rudy is funny, as I've mentioned before. So, till next time, it's Adam. For Rudy and Jillian and Heather saying, mahalo.